The Rap Roundtable.
Episode 97
Sir.
of the illustrious, most dangerous, most inspirational, the beacon, the person that you didn't think was gonna still be here.
Hey.
Every time I think about it, it's like, you know what I mean, like how times have changed and whatnot. But we still remain the most dangerous, even
it was like a 20v1 at one point.
Shit!
Oh man,
We was the original 20v1.
Originals, bro.
From chat, what was it like? What you said, Mase? It was little chat rooms, like message boards.
listen, man, message boards getting at us, the forums, you know what I mean?
Link ups about what we were, who we were, what we were about, all that. You know what I mean? To now, huh? 1.7 or what? All right. But anyway, we not. I said I wouldn't do that, and I've been a good guy, and I'm gonna maintain that energy,
positivity.
You know what I'm saying? But we are still the most dangerous, and based on the reaction to this Kendrick Lamar and Drake shit, our level of dangerousness has still remained, and in fact might have increased. You know what I mean? Because we still gonna say the thing that you don't want to say. If you come in to get your biases confirmed, we are not the show for you. If you're not sure about what we are doing as a podcast, anything that important that happens, we're not gonna just talk about what the main talking point is. We're gonna flesh the whole thing out. So if it means at certain times that one of us is going to sound crazy, taking a certain perspective, that's just what it's going to be, because we got to cover every angle. We're not here to just talk about one thing and be part of a fucking echo chamber. The echo chamber stops with the Rap Roundtable.
Facts.
You know what I mean? But anyway, I digress. It's your boy Jav here alongside the Rap Snob, the current champion of the Rap Roundtable, the champion of the internet right now.
The million champion.
That's your new name. To say the people's champion, you know what I mean?
How quickly times changed. It was just like 2 weeks ago, man. I was getting cooked.
Oh, you'll get booed again eventually. You know that. This is fleeting. You know what I mean? First they love you, then they hate you, then they love you again.
Listen, turnaround is crazy.
Man,
you know what I mean? When somebody else drops that you don't like, you know what I mean? Come on, son.
Right back at it.
Diddy the Ballads.
Yo, may the force be with y'all.
Alongside the homie Mase.
What's happening,
You can find the Rap Roundtable on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and of course, Twitter. The beat you hear in the background is made by Sincere Beats. He makes beats. I seen him post a little clip on his Instagram, so he got some new fire. So rush to his Instagram if you're a rapper or you know an artist that needs beats. Run up his Instagram stats, look at them beats, see what it's hitting for. You hear the beats in the background of these episodes, see what they're hitting for. Shout out to Firebird Phoenix, who literally has bought a beat that was played on a podcast.
Shouts to I Am God. Holla at me, bro.
Go, what up?
Sir, that's the homie right there.
I Am God. He's gonna he got a play that he wants us to be a part of. You know what I mean? So we're gonna talk about that off wax, but I Am God, definitely the relationship is locked in.
Yes.
And it's like I told him, we not gonna fake fuck with you. We not gonna wait till your album come out and then realize, oh shit, his album's out. Let's pretend we care. You know what I mean? We fuck with I Am God. You know what I mean? A lot of y'all niggas are frauds. Not the Rap Roundtable.
Shout God.
It's not the Rap Roundtable. We're not cosplayers.
Y'all just coming around to him.
You know what I mean? I Am God, but I Am God was locked in with us before we was locked in with him. Let's be clear. Like he was watching the pod and the comments and all of that. You know what I mean? This relationship is vested. But anyway.
People recognize the real.
You know what I'm saying? The road to 17K, road to 20K. I think we approaching 17 right now. You know what I mean? You got to play that. You got to play that Walk 'Em Down. Whether it's the 21 Savage version or what's the other dude who got the other NLE chop. Whichever version you want to walk him down, we walking him down.
We can't just play Not Like Us.
We can't. I just felt like
I would love that.
No, we can't.
That's not neutral across the table. So.
No, I wasn't even.
I'll allow it.
I feel like
the delegation.
I feel like Not Like Us happened a couple of times. You know what I mean?
For real.
It happened a couple of times.
Oh my God.
But
cooking.
But for the sake of argument, when that time comes and it happens, we gonna run it. Maybe we'll do a station head just for that, just to play the song on repeat.
Maybe.
Anyway,
countdown is on.
The first topic of the night.
Yes.
The top 5 series. We thought about retiring it. This Sincere the Rap Slime came up with a good idea, considering the volume of diss records that both Drake and Kendrick put out. This is the most, I would say, as far as like active rap beef in a short space of time. That's not 50 Cent involved.
It was extremely prolific.
A very prolific battle. Sincere the Rap Snob said we got to do a top 5 diss records between Kendrick and Drake from this
sir.
saga. Granted, we don't know if it's going to continue or not. We don't know, but this episode's being recorded Friday. We don't know if something's going to happen before this episode drops. So
Saturday,
as of
Sunday,
right
and
now,
Monday.
our top 5 individually. So, of course, the people's champion, Consider Rap Snob, has to
Hey,
go first.
let's go.
Got
Sir.
it.
It's only right.
Yeah, get him.
Set the tone, son.
So we didn't talk about this too much ahead of time, but as far as me, what I am including in this top 5 are the direct diss records. So I'm meaning like the shit that happened in the actual back and forth of it all. You know what I mean? So I'm not including like that. I'm also not including first person shooter. You know what I mean? Those were sort of like the precursors to this battle. So so just keep that in mind out there before you jump in the comments like, what about like that? I'm not including that. All right. So starting from number 5, going up to number 1. My number 5 pick out of this whole beef, The Hard Part 6. It's a decent showing. You know what I mean?
Surprised it made your list.
It was a good
Dang.
record. Look,
I was gonna be quiet and let him cook.
y'all be leveraging shit at me like I'm biased and I'm not good. Y'all probably thought I was coming in here with a top 5 Kendrick
Deadass.
records in
No,
here.
I knew there'd be one Drake record, but I didn't think it would be that one.
Right.
Well, look,
honestly.
Jaw believes.
Again, I've been trying to be fair the whole time.
y'all really be accusing me of being biased. I'm just,
You
you know
gotta
what I
say
mean?
some of the shit
I'm
you
being,
said, though,
I'm
Sam.
being truthful as I see things,
Salute to
man.
you, my
That's
brother.
fair.
You know what I mean? My you know what I mean? My line of sight might be a little bit higher than this. That's all I'm saying.
Spoken like sin.
Higher mountaintop. I don't know.
Like, who is this guy? Where did he come from? And why do we fucking
Good
keep
timing.
acting like he's somebody
Well, we can stop this
that we
podcast.
need to fuck with?
Right here to stop right now, honestly.
But yeah,
Oh, man.
to try to diffuse all of these accusations that I am biased in all of these battle takes, I have The Hard Part 6 in my top 5. It was a good record. It was a worthy attempt, but by the time it dropped, you know what I mean, the tea leaves were already, saying what they saying. The general public had already kind of crowned a champion, you know what I mean? It was too little, too late. There was a lot of jabs that were in that record that did land. There were also, some weird lines in there that I, if I had been in Drake's camp and I would have heard it ahead of time, I would have been like, maybe take that one out. Maybe not mention Millie Bobby Brown, even if it is like a, like a good punchline. You know what I mean? Don't go the I'm too rich and famous to be a weirdo route. Like that just comes off crazy. But that aside, there were some good, decent jabs at Kendrick. But the problem was that by this point, he had already gotten knocked down by the two-piece. You know what I mean? That was Grams and Not Like Us. He got, to me, I feel like he got his standing 8 count. It wasn't a complete knockout because clearly he retaliated. But after that standing 8 count, like that was just, it was a few jabs. It wasn't enough. And it was already like the 12th round, evidently, you know what I mean? As of now. So yeah, I mean, it was a good record. Maybe if it had dropped at a different time in the battle, you know what I mean? With that tone, with that delivery, it might have been a different story, right?
Can I just say
as
something?
as of right now, it's my number 5 on this list.
Great number 5. The more I get removed from the battle and I overanalyze, because that's just who I am as a person, I'm very analytical. Drake really, did he never have a fight before? Has he never has he never been in like a roasting contest where you like before he was rich? Because rich niggas could make fun of anybody.
Right.
But when you was poor, did you ever not snap on a nigga? Do you not know when you're getting cooked up in the crowd, you either got to fight the nigga or snap harder?
Right.
I don't know if Jimmy
You know
had
what I
that,
mean?
bro.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Right.
the shit, it's really confusing me that his approach to this whole shit is like, you've never been in certain situations before.
It speaks to the the disconnect of culture there.
And you know what? And the fact that I see all of his youthful pics, I'm slandering a little bit now. I've seen some of his youthful pics and he never had like a real shape up. It's like,
That's crazy.
it's really looking like who he is, All right, carry on, Sam.
Yeah, man. So on to my number 4, and also like the little monologue that he had at the end of the record where he was trying to like
the spoken word monologue.
Yeah, he was trying to like brush it off like, yeah, you know, this was good exercise, you know what I mean? But, come on, bro. We all saw what happened. We've been seeing it all week. Number 4, another Drake record. Family Matters. Again, it's a good dare I say it's a great record. It is a great record.
What's going on tonight?
But a red button.
Sincere playing chess tonight.
Right.
A big nuke. It went off a little bit more like a hand grenade, bro. You know what I mean? It was a little bloated. Really? Hand grenade?
It went off a little bit like a hand grenade. It was a little crazy.
Oh man, I thought Dini, you slacking.
I'm here just listening to you, good brother.
Oh man,
Job is on deck.
So I thought it was a little bloated. You know what I mean? 8 minutes, 3 different beats. The whole video, the quote unquote good kid, Mad City van. It wasn't the real van, but whatever. It was just it was a lot, and you could see.
I thought he liked it.
Here's the thing. You could see.
I just caught that.
It was a good record. I just think he overplayed his hand in thinking what this record was going to do in the battle, and it didn't do what he thought it was going to do. You know what I mean? We heard the 3 beat changes, or the 3 beats. The second beat, the drill beat, where he was rapping. You know what I mean? He was locked in. But he expended all of those bars mostly against his other adversaries. You know what I mean? Future, The Weeknd, A$AP Rocky caught, several bars. That's the time I feel like he should have focused his energy on Kendrick on that second verse with that delivery, that beat, that level of being locked in, delivery-wise, flow-wise, bar-wise. All of those bars should have been directed at Kendrick. But instead, he harmonized his bars at Kendrick. Another awful play. They just didn't hit. And again, it goes back to, underestimating what this battle was supposed to be. He really thought that harmonizing these bars at the end of this song was really going to be the knockout blow, just because you uncovered some unsubstantiated claims about Kendrick and his wife and their marriage. It didn't hit for me as hard as he thought it was going to hit, right? So that lands at my number 4. So we get into my number 3, which was the immediate diffusion of Family Matters. Meet the Grams. Now, honestly, to me personally, this could have gone higher were it not for the verse about this, unsubstantiated secret second child. But still, again, I've spoken about this in the past. I tweeted about it. There's no clearer indication of the spectrum, the opposite ends of the spectrum in terms of approach between Family Matters and Meet the Grams. While Family Matters was this big sort of spectacle, Meet the Grams was like surgical and very focused and layered and stark. You know what I mean? Besides the verse about the daughter, those other 3 verses. And honestly, I just listened to all of the records again in the order that they dropped on the way over here. And from going to Family Matters into Meet the Grams, I felt it again. I felt that moment of like, Family Matters didn't really hit the way that I thought it was gonna hit, and then Meet the Grams was like, Dear Adonis, the way it opens up, crazy to me. All right, so that's my number 3. Number 2 could have been number 1 to me. Shouts to Big. But I'm gonna put Euphoria at number 2. And I'm putting Euphoria at number 2 because while it might be honestly my personal favorite because it was the first in line, and up to this point, being a Kendrick fan, I never knew what a Kendrick diss record sounded like. You know what I mean? Control aside, Control, it challenged some people, but I wouldn't call it a diss record. This was a bona fide diss record beginning to end. And the way that he packaged it, the way that he put it together from the reverse, quote at the beginning, the little Easter egg, again, a cultural reference to the sort of calm intro, the calm before the storm, and then going in for like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how many bars. It was incredible. It was a master class. It was Shogun level rapping. Something that, and it felt like that he'd been trying to get this off his chest for mad long, and you felt that energy, and you felt all of the ire behind the record. Incredible. Euphoria was crazy to me. So, but it lands at my number 2. And the reason it lands at my number 2 is because Not Like Us is just it's a monster. It's a monster out here. It has all of the same ire. You can still hear it. It has all the same ire that all the other records had, including Euphoria. But to package it in a party beat, a DJ Mustard beat, you know what I mean? The Cali connection, it includes references to heritage and authenticity and culture, and you get the vibes along with it. The chants, the call and response. I've been hearing it all week. I just heard, a couple kids playing it. I'd stopped off at the bodega on the way to the studio. There was a couple kids congregating outside. They was playing it. The clubs are playing it. Church is playing it. Like, it's crazy out here, man. Not Like Us is a monster. It's gonna carry that. It's gonna carry through the summer, and Drake is gonna have to hear that shit at least through the summer. There's not going to be any escaping it. So that's my number 1 for me. A true monster of a diss record. As a party record, I never thought I'd see the day, but there it is.
That's a quality 5.
It is.
I think this was the most balanced it has been throughout this whole process.
Indeed.
You know what I mean? Nuanced, I would say. Do you need a balance?
Yes, sir.
You're batting second.
Copy. At number 5, Euphoria. The boy came outside. We thought like that would just be a little brush, to let the people know, like, I'm here. Don't forget about me. You know what I'm saying? These two dudes, they doing their thing, but I'm still around. Just want to let these niggas know that, The way he came on the track, the invigoration, the vibe, that was the Kendrick that a lot of the hardcore Kendrick fans have been missing. So I can see how the free world just, you know what I'm saying? Like, just was stolen by the record. I get it. I think people need to take time and just sit back and just let things play out how they play out, and you will see how things truly work. And when I listen to that record, I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Came for blood. What are we doing with number 4? Meet the Grams. Absolutely sucked the life out of the room. I almost would say it was an unfair move. In the play of hip hop.
What are we doing here?
But let me elaborate.
Please let him explain.
And we know there's no rules in this shit. When the smoke is on, the smoke is on. But this thing has been kind of like a versus for us. Where you drop your song, marinate. The next person gets to drop their song. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it's I gave Mase an example. Think of Jay and Nas going at it in a battle, and Jay does Where I'm From. And Nas is about to do Nas is like, or it's fucking The World Is Yours. And here come Jay what you don't know. Like, right as soon as he starts the verse, here come Jay. You know what I'm saying? It sucked the life out of the room. And I feel like you couldn't download the track the way it was supposed to be downloaded because Kendrick fired another napalm bomb that took all the life out of the room. You get what I'm saying?
So you're saying it was against the rules of engagement?
Not that it was against the rules of engagement. Just that what it did took away all the life. But there is no rules of engagement. You get what I'm saying? So I can't say
he misspoke when he says against the rules, but I know what the intent was.
Appreciate. You know what I'm saying? So I love that he did that because it really changed the whole scope of the battle. And I feel like that's when it really was downhill from that. There was no recovery from that.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like that, it was over pretty much. Like it was Mase, academics, me in the back. Like, can we have some balance somewhere around here, y'all? Just a little bit. Everything I'm seeing, every meme is fucking Drake and smoke. Number 3, The Heart Part 6. I feel it's the lyrically line for line that has the most coverage, if you get what I'm saying, that covers the most ground without just purely allegations, without pure hearsay, I mean, there's, of course, those things are blended in. Don't get it twisted. I know the people going to go crazy for me and shit like that, but I'm talking about as far as line for line, there was things that I'm still waiting for Kendrick to rebuttal. You get what I'm saying? There's still things I want to hear in response to that. So there's a lot of layers to this shit. I just feel like it was the one that really had the real bombs without speech inflection, without vibe, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Without sonics. It was just, I'm rapping at this nigga now.
I see what you
He actually did what he was supposed to do from the fucking beginning.
All right,
you know what I'm saying?
Continue.
All right. Number 2, Not Like Us. Fucking inescapable. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you don't like this song, there's probably something wrong with your ears.
You said that's number 2?
Yeah. Ooh. Number 2. There's probably something wrong with your ears. Great song, great vibe. Everywhere you go, Sin talked about it. You know what I'm saying? Churches, your grandmom's house, everywhere you go, it's just getting. I've seen some of the best crip walking I've seen in the last 30 years or so to that shit. Like, people's feet are moving. I can't take away what's going on right now. Number 1. Y'all know what it is, man. Drizzy. I thought Family Matters was the joint. I thought it was. Granted, the sing-songy approach wasn't the best, but the way he started the track, he went at him. You get what I'm saying? Did he go to the second verse and start mentioning all those other people? Yeah, but that's a part of the script in his battle. You get what I'm saying? In the course of, I feel like when you battle and shit like that, it's kind of like your role playing out, your movie playing out. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And you don't know what's gonna happen in scene 12. You don't know what's gonna happen in scene 8. Right now you're in scene 1, and you're going at it the way you think it's gonna play out for you. And I feel like Drake on that album, on that song. You get what I'm saying? Let me give you a little bounce. Let me give you a little vibe. Something that the ladies might whistle to. Something that dudes be like, oh, that's some bars in there. And I think he did all of that, but Kendrick's shit was just so violent. You get what I'm saying? It was almost like someone fighting bare knuckle boxing with someone with the 4-pound gloves on or some shit. It's you're throwing punches, they hitting.
Should have understood the fight.
But one person was coming for blood. I don't think he knew that he was preparing all these years the way he was. You get what I'm saying? Kendrick had a black belt tied around his forehead and the dreads, like, really working the pen. Pause.
He was in a mountain cave somewhere, like
on some Andre 3000 flute shit, like legs in the full lotus position.
Family Matters is number 1.
Yo, I really love that record.
That is a choice.
It is. I think outside of the singing, if he rapped on it, bro, I think it would have had a different impact. Drake just missed a lot of steps in this battle. A lot of things, if he just tweaked there, the conversation would be a little different. But he had one, I won't say that, but the conversation would be a whole lot different, especially battling against someone that most people would say he really didn't have a chance at in the first place. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I like your list, Dan. I can't get mad at you.
You would.
I can't.
I mean,
3 Kendrick joints.
Put it this way. You know what?
What do you want?
If Deanie would have came in here and his list didn't look the way it looked, it would have made all the shit he said prior pointless.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
No, I thought I had 3.
Euphoria. And
He had watched. You had Meet
He
the
didn't put
Grams,
push-ups on
Euphoria,
there.
and Not Like Us. Not like
I'm sorry.
He had all.
Ain't nobody putting push-ups on their list. Let me not speak for Mace.
Hey,
You know what I mean?
hey, time is time.
Macito, what's the
This might
word?
be an all 5 Drake list, guys. You don't know. Nah. Let's get to the list. Let's get into the list. Number 5. I know Sin had this particular rule from himself, but before the engagement, we didn't make this rule. So I have Like That on the list as number 5. I can't separate it from being the grenade that you know what I mean started the war.
That we don't get here without Like That.
You feel me? Like, incredible record, immaculate production, Future providing the vibes, and Kendrick, you know what I mean, acting like Riley in the Boondocks. You know what I'm saying? Like Kung Fu Kitty for real. Excellent record. Still hear it outside to this day. Even with 10 more diss records after, like that, I can't separate it from it. You know what I mean? First person shooter didn't get pulled into this shit until later, but Like That is you know what I mean? That's what had Drake asking him to drop. Unfortunately,
I had a homie,
you know what I mean?
Can I tell y'all something real quick? Not to cut you off, Mace. I had a homie send me a whole dissertation on Instagram based on first person shooter is saying that the inside man is actually J. Cole, and J. Cole put this whole thing in motion and set Drake up to get fried by Kendrick. I'm gonna show you the conversation.
I gotta see that. I ain't gonna lie.
Light skin against light skin.
Theory.
And he was saying somebody on TikTok put it together that some of the bars either on first person, I gotta see the message again, but either on first person shooter or 7 Minute Drill is actually him dissing Drake, but we were perceiving it as him dissing Kendrick. But I'm gonna show you the messages.
I actually have to see that.
And if you on TikTok and you know what the fuck going on,
interesting.
But I thought that was interesting. Carry on, man.
That's listen, man. J. Cole the spy. That's crazy, bro. But yeah, 5. I got like that at 5. Number 4. Not Like Us.
Okay.
For me.
Number 4.
There's feelings and there's facts. I feel like this was the knockdown punch. This is what had Drake. You know what I mean? I feel like this is the record that a lot of people were asking for in the battle from Kendrick, and answered a lot of things. Nice. I feel like, you know what I mean? Kendrick went crazy with the dissertation of Drake, and you know what I mean? People going crazy about the Twitter, you know, the tweet stuff. But that whole second verse where he breaks down the culture vulture ways of Drake, like that was one of the best breakdowns we've seen in battle rap, like period. That part of the verse. There's facts and there's feelings. The facts are that this is statistically the biggest record of the year. Kendrick is breaking all types of Spotify records, of streaming records. I believe he's only 5K behind the all-time single-day streaming record, Girls Want Girls by Lil Baby and Drake. Which was kind of like promoted damn near by there was a whole TikTok challenge behind that. There was all type of, you know what I mean? Yeah. It was on an album that Drake was pushing. This was just a diss record that got dropped on a Saturday, guys. Like, you know what I mean? Out of nowhere.
Not even a full week.
Nah, you know what? You mentioned it on the lunch hour, but this might be the biggest and maybe in a few years the greatest battle of all time.
I'm starting to think so.
Just on scope.
On scope, and for a generation, this is like their guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, so imagine that. So, yeah, those are the facts. Is that Not Like Us is going insane. The facts are that, like Sin said, everybody's dancing to it. Construction workers are dancing to it. Cashiers are dancing to it. God damn it, I seen LeBron James dancing to it today, guys. It's out of control. Like, Not Like Us is the listen, Not Like Us is the movement of the year. Like, I would not want to be the guy that had that record about him. You know what I mean? You walk into the spot and they playing that. I got to do the Homer Simpson back out after that. You feel what I'm saying? I'm out of here, bro.
Mace Capper, you gonna be dancing in summer to that shit. They not like us. They not like us.
The OVO card gets revoked, but in the crib though, listen, man, I thought I was Snoop Dogg.
Elbows up when that song come on, nigga.
Listen, man. Listen. Number 3, The Hard Part 6. Deanie, I'm gonna, I understand that y'all said this is a round table, not an echo chamber, but I'm gonna repeat a lot of the same exact things you said. Bar for bar, I felt like this felt the most battle rapish to me. There were multi-syllable, you know what I mean, verses. There were metaphors. There were rebuttals. There was angles that he was trying to work towards Kendrick. You know what I mean? It felt like a battle rap record. The production was ominous, you know what I mean? It's not even on streaming services, you know what I mean? So I feel like this was, and a lot of people, I can't even get mad at them, feel like it's too little too late. Completely understandable with the way this thing played out. But just as a standalone record, Hard Part 6 is an excellent record. Lyrically, Drake he was writing for his life on there.
He showed up.
It's a fact. Number 2, Euphoria, bro. Like, Euphoria is insane. Like, I was the one hating on that from the beginning. I'm not gonna lie. That's the one that, you know what I mean? The notorious, notorious. I said I in the high octaves though. This was the notorious high octaves record, bro. You know what I mean? Like, y'all gotta understand, bro. Like, I was talking high as Michael Jackson, bro. Like,
nigga shoulders was high up. It's all right.
I was stressed out. I was with the family. I ran away from the family to defend it on stream. It was insane. Euphoria. Like, so many one-liners.
I was going crazy over
the beat switches. Listen, y'all was going crazy. Y'all knew from the beginning. Sin
was ready.
You know what I mean?
Cigar in hand.
Listen, man.
Euphoria, high key, Euphoria should have let niggas know in hindsight what the rest of the movie was gonna look like.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. If you listen to it right now, everything that he said on that record came true, bro. Like the whole breakdown down to, you know what I mean? Listen, I know you don't want to get personal. It's gonna get bad for you. You know what I mean? Like, Euphoria is an insane record, bro. What is it? The braids? Like, come on, bro. Like,
the beat was jumping in the background, had like an N95 kind of beat to it.
and
like,
it displayed to me exactly what as Kendrick, the best qualities of him as a rapper. The voice switches, you know what I mean? The punchlines where he lined it up for 8 bars after, the layers, you know what I mean? The angles, like everything that Kendrick is good at as an MC, Euphoria displayed it perfectly. Like, I'm still, you know what I mean? I'm still bumping that, right? Like, I was bumping that before I came in. I'm not gonna lie. Euphoria is insane. Absolutely. And just like Job said, for that to be the first record, we should have known, like, absolutely a way better first punch than Push-Ups.
Film was going to look like.
Yeah, like Push-Ups was like, Euphoria was like, nigga.
Haymakers.
But number one for me.
Neutral, you know what I mean?
Listen, excellent record, Euphoria. Number one for me, Deanie. We the OVO duo today. I got Family Matters, guys. I got Family Matters. I do. So good, even Sin had it number 4. Okay, listen, listen. You know what I mean? To me,
That's why y'all sitting over there.
listen, you know what I mean?
Facts.
We not
We
like
didn't plan
them.
this.
You know what I mean? It's a fact. Excellent record. 3 immaculate beats. Drake rapping at an extremely high level. I can't say too much about that record. I've ran that record back probably 100 times by now, bro. Like, I understand what people saying, but I kind of like the harmonies in the last verse. I'm not even going front. I felt like there wasn't a bar wasted, even the singing bars. I felt like
talking about?
It's understandable, man.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Listen, man, 87-13. I understand, bro.
Nah, when
I understand. But
when I think of a Drake fan and then I hear that record, I'm like, this is right up there.
Yes.
we loved it.
absolutely
We loved it.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? We loved it. You know
He
what I mean?
catered to his people with this.
A lot of people, because of the way things went, Jav mentioned it on the lunch hour, people are just catching how crazy some of the bars were. You know what I mean? And, you know, like, it worked. It also worked the angle. You know what I mean? Whether you believed it or not is you know, up to par. But it did. You know what I mean? Something that people are still trying to carry now. So I think it was an excellent record. It clearly wasn't the nuke that they said it was. You know what I'm saying? We got to be honest here. Even as the OVO side of the table, it wasn't the nuke that we thought. But just as a
that makes me
standalone,
mad every time I hear it.
you there?
Like,
Yeah,
shut the fuck up.
it don't quite hit.
Nobody in the room told him to not say that.
Not say that. Don't
Nobody.
say that.
Chubbs, you right there, Chubbs.
Nigga said this harmonized government.
Chubbs and 40, man. Like, come on. But as a standalone record, away from, you know, the outcome of everything,
record.
just my favorite record of the beef. You know what I mean? I can't be mad. A lot of playback value, a lot of bars. Drake at his absolute best. So number 1 is Family Matters for me.
I'm not mad at that list at all. You know what I mean? So far, the list of kind of sincere switched it up. But the OVO side of the table, you guys are on brand. I'm not mad at it. You was going to say
Real
something?
quick, this may be a conversation for another day, but is it possible that Drake is entering into the point in his career, like, kind of like we saw with Kanye, where, like, you can't tell him nothing? Like, he's just going to do what he's going to do, whether it's a good idea or not? Like,
I don't think so.
No?
And here's why. That's a quality pivot set before I get to my 5.
Mm-hmm.
I think, you know what it is? Sorry, Gaps. As a sports reference,
I love that his name is Gaps.
his name is Gaps. Since we outed his burner account, he hasn't come back either, by the way.
Yeah,
But
right.
you notice that
Maybe today.
when athletes get older, that's when they get their most, like, insecure about themselves. And then they try to do things to prove that they are still him or them or whatever the case may be. I think the first chink in the armor of this whole scenario that we didn't realize, at least until you asked the question, I didn't realize, was when he dropped Scary Hours 3 in response to the criticism. You gotta think about it. Drake is in, let's say if you're using like career stats, his debut album was what, 09?
Yep.
So this is year 15 of him being Drake the rapper. on a commercial level as far as like signed. Right. We know he's been rapping for years, let's be clear. But 09 was his breakthrough. And now, no other time in his career did Drake drop a 6-track EP and bundle it with his most recent work because niggas had to rap. The same niggas like myself were been screaming, yo, you should rap for years. But for some reason, at the time, year 14, you decided that you're going to listen to niggas all of a sudden. Then we get to this battle and he tried to be, himself, play to his crowd with Family Matters, thinking being that he's the bigger act, his audience would support whatever the fuck. But then that didn't work. And then what did he do? Myself, niggas like 2T's, niggas across the internet saying, hey, bro, you should rap. You should get on your rap shit. You should do like a little timestamp type record. And then what does he do? He drops The Heart Part 6. And that was something that niggas were saying on the internet as well. There was a lot of niggas that were saying he should drop The Heart Part 6 on the net. It wasn't just one person. Mad niggas were saying that shit. It would be cute if he did some shit like that. And then he did it. And I think that's actually a chink in his armor because now he has such big rabbit ears that you're doing what niggas say you should do. When you got your superpowers and your superpowers is clicking, you're not listening to nobody. You just know what to do. You know what I mean?
Right.
But when you start listening to the loud people on the internet, yeah, nigga, you not in your Ye bag. Ye crazy. Ye don't listen to niggas.
Nah.
Drake always been sensitive.
Right.
Sorry, Walt. Drake always been thin-skinned. That's been his kryptonite. But now because the space is not the same anymore, the streams don't stream how they used to stream anymore, he has to find a way to please the people because at his core, Drake is a people pleaser. Oh, niggas want raps? Bet, I'll rap. But you ran into a buzzsaw. You should have just stayed on your Drake shit. You should, in fact, 3-4 years ago, Drake wouldn't engage in this shit. It ain't like Kendrick got an album coming out.
I don't know. Because I heard him say, I think I heard through academics that Drake told him he's been waiting for Kendrick to make the first move.
And that's what you
Wait,
and that's what you did?
Am I wrong? I can't. Mase.
No, you right. You right. But I'm going to be honest.
But Drake never gave
Drake expert.
Go ahead, Mase.
Like, if he's been waiting for it for 10 years and he thought Control was a diss and he thought Family Ties was a diss, he never came out and made a diss record himself. You know what I mean?
When has Drake ever gave one artist 3 disses? He ran from Pusha immediately.
Yeah.
And he had more to lose fighting against Kendrick than he did fighting Push.
But like confidence comes from accomplishment. So I'm sure in the last 4 years, you look at the numbers, Drake has done a lot of shit.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
This is insecurity. Niggas are saying the honestly never mind shit don't work. We don't care about the melodies no more. Niggas is rapping again. You gotta rap.
I mean,
and then the one nigga across the way who niggas been saying was better than you the whole time. This didn't just happen. Niggas been saying Kendrick was better. It's outside and he want to fight. And you gave him 3 diss records. Drake never did that before. He never did that.
Never.
This is insecurity, bro. This is perfect time. Honestly, Kendrick, if you're watching, where the album at? You know what I mean? This is perfect timing. But for me and my 5, great question, Sim. This was a great time. I loved every second of it. This is the first rap battle in a long time that I really didn't care who won. Like outside of making fun of Sin if Kendrick lost, I really didn't care who won. That's the true story. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna start it off with 616 in LA.
Ooh.
Only because we were still coming off of the high of Euphoria. And the way he put 616 together, we didn't know what it was for like the first minute before it was like, oh shit, he's dissing Drake. I said that in real time. I was like, wait a minute, this nigga's really talking. Oh shit. Oh, wait a minute. Chill out.
It was to the point, I thought it was an announcement for something.
Right.
I had to wait like 30 seconds before he came in.
And I love the battle because, with the timestamp series versus the hard series. Both parties did. Honestly, it was almost like these guys staged this shit. Because I'll do the timestamp, you do the hard series. You know what I mean? And we were saying everything is a rollout. I don't know. I'm still not off that. You know what I mean?
Speak about that later.
Oh yeah. So 616 in LA because it was a surprise. Was that the record where I had to run into the whip, or that was Euphoria where I had to run? No, it was 616 where I had to run into the whip and do the reaction.
Nah, it was
616.
616. I thought
Euphoria was a Tuesday.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I was at the job. I had to run to the whip to talk about it.
Right.
You had to run. You had to sneak away.
Yeah,
You pulled up.
Yeah. This was a Friday. Yeah.
And Euphoria, we was talking, me and Cinnamon was talking big shit about 616 LA. You know what I mean? Because
They was going crazy,
because
dude.
Sin was on his high horse.
Because once he got downhill, that's what I always say about Kendrick. Once Kendrick gets downhill, he's unstoppable. I don't know a rapper alive that could deal with that nigga.
You been saying that.
He's like SGA.
When he get in his bag, unstoppable. 616 in LA. Love the record. Number 4 for me. As much as I love how ominous it is, I love the chess move of when it dropped, etc., etc., etc. I don't play it as much as the other songs. That's Meet the Grams. I love Meet the Grams more for what it represented, more so than the song itself. The fact that we were going, that all of our group chats were going crazy at the same time when Family Matters dropped. Not expecting Kendrick to drop, 20 minutes later?
Yeah.
But when it dropped, and you're talking to Adonis, and you're doing the dissertation of this guy that you think is a clown, verse by verse, family member by family member.
Diabolical.
Wow.
Yeah, out of line.
Granted, sorry y'all, granted, he got fed some misinformation. It is what it is. It's part of the lore of the beef.
Right.
Thanksgiving will never be the same.
I mean, if that's true.
If that's true, you're right.
Right.
The fact that
Honestly.
you're dealing with a wartime general who said, I got this right here. The homies is probably say, put that out. He like, nah. I'm waiting for this nigga to drop. He want to be clever, dropping on the front. Whenever this nigga drop, whenever this, you know how me and you be texting Mason, we be plotting out all the wartime moves.
That's a fact.
And he said, whenever this nigga drop, I'm dropping. He thought, and that's what happened in that situation. Drake thought when Family Matters dropped, I'm gonna have niggas dancing this weekend.
Yeah.
They're gonna talk about me this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have Saturday and Sunday.
Kendrick just opened his mouth. Somebody get him a
Meet
Grammy
the
right
Grams. The nigga, you know what it is? He had the shit. His shit was probably saved as a draft even.
Yeah.
You know when you upload the file and just stay there? All you gotta
He
do is
just hit publish. That's all he did. Is hit publish, bro.
Damn it. Was already on deck.
Yo!
That's
Just waiting.
it?
Oh,
Terrible.
nigga didn't even press it. He texted the nigga that's in charge. He just said a red button.
Send that.
In the text.
Put that out.
Boom. And
That's crazy.
that ended the
That's
conversation.
crazy.
Let's be clear. Let's be clear. If no song comes out after Meet the Grams was the kill shot in this whole feud, to be fair, because of what it represented.
Yeah.
That was the kill shot.
And also, you know, I didn't quite ignore 616. Definitely on my mind. Didn't make my top 5. But I gave all the credit to Meet the Grams stepping on Family Matters. But it's also he surrounded him.
Yeah.
It was 616, Family Matters, and then Meet the Grams. Like, he literally surrounded him
20 minutes
with
later.
2 records.
And I think that's why the Heart Part 6 sounds the way it sounds. Because you're seeing a person who realizes the walls are closing in on him. Like, oh shit. Like, not only do the bloggers think I lost, but the niggas who allegedly like me are celebrating this guy. Like, this is nasty work. You know what I mean? So number 4, you know what I mean? You gotta go Meet the Grams. Number 3, I'm in lockstep with Masito. Like that. Fine, cause you know what it is? We knew they'd been subbing each other for years. But Like That was different. Like That was a clear indication that Kendrick was ready to scrap. Kendrick came, you know, like when boxers have they fight and the next contender comes to the ring to say you want to fight? First person shooter was done. Cole and fucking Drake are shaking hands because they had the
Kissing on
agreement
stage.
before the fight that, yeah, facts. You know what I mean?
On stage, like,
We're going to have this fight. We're going to make millions. We're going to jab each other for 12 rounds. We're not going to hurt each other. Business. And then Kendrick came into the ring. Nobody told him it was business. And he said, yo, y'all niggas, fuck niggas. Both of y'all can suck my dick. I pack both of y'all niggas up, etc. That's what Like That was. Ain't no big 3. It's just Big Me. Again, for the Kendrick fans who are not really, y'all emotional right now, I understand. If you chronicling this beef, we've been on timing the whole time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like That really showed niggas, and I think Sin and I was like, we both was talking about it. He was like, it's not really like the biggest lyrical
Yeah,
It was
expose.
showing. Yeah.
It was potent, man.
But it was him saying overtly, I'm ready for whatever. This wasn't people kept saying, oh, it's a sub. I said, no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. This was a clear declaration of war.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, and then you had a club record. He did the Drake thing. He got in the club with a diss.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to what is Metro's real name again?
Leland Wayne.
Shout out to Leland Wayne and Future, Pluto,
Wilbert.
for putting that together. You know what I mean? Because great record. You know what? Shout out to what Kendrick did. But Like That, to me, that's a better club record than Not Like Us. But I do like the how Like That transitions into Not Like Us.
That's dope.
This whole thing is laid out. This is pro wrestling. I don't give a fuck.
It is.
You know what I
The
mean?
way it's lining up is
I know it was
crazy.
different when I heard Like That in a Dominican spot.
Oh shit! And there wasn't no Dominican lyrics on it.
No, it was the
The beat the Dominican BBL
song. Whole
Dream
Spanish
Train.
spot.
man.
Like That was playing.
That record is
Sim put that in the chat.
insane.
That record right there, clutch. Number 2, Push Ups was a dud. Let's call it what it is. The AI record turned people off. Let's call it what it is.
Word.
Only thing Push Ups did was let Kendrick know that Drake is ready to fight. That was the best part of Push Ups. You're not, or was that Taylor Made? Where he was like, you're not backing away this time.
Right, that was
Taylor-made.
Taylor
Taylor-made.
Made, pardon. But either way,
Nah, you following me through.
family matters. And I'm sorry, I'll take the tomatoes right now. You could boo me, I don't care. Take the Kendrick, the lack of Kendrick disses aside. To me, Drake put out one of the best diss records ever with Family Matters. One individual taking on 5 people. Unheard of.
That's true. That's right.
Like, we got to talk about that. But the problem is, and I wanted to use this reference on the live, it's almost like watching a basketball game. And like, you know, I'm a Kobe fan, so I use Kobe as a reference. The Lakers was down 15 in the first half. Kobe dropped 20 in the third quarter, but we still lose the game. Family Matters felt like the second verse felt like the 20-point third quarter, but then the third verse happened and we didn't finish the game. You know what I mean? It's like taking on ASAP, The Weeknd, Rick Ross, Future, Leland Wayne, and that's 6 niggas I just named. All on one record. That's why, you know what it is? And maybe I got in trouble for having the cloth conversation with Sin. But I was just talking about it from a rap perspective. I didn't realize what this whole thing really was. You know what I mean? For me, it was like, how could you say a nigga don't get a little alcohol if he took on 6 niggas in one rap record?
Especially if one of those niggas is like the god
The
lyricist
god.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all, this short this been off. 6 niggas on one song?
Not 6.
2.
That's
Three.
Tupac shit, man.
And he barred up 5 of them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, and poor ASAP.
Yeah. Out of line.
Poor ASAP. Honestly, again, it's like, I understand that Drake is in a record deal where he's still beholden to the people who are above him. I'm gonna be respectful tonight. We talked about it a few weeks ago. Again, if you haven't watched these episodes, do the knowledge.
Please.
We talked about the fact that why is Drake not viewed as a mogul and as opposed to a worker?
Right.
And I felt like Family Matters, that's my favorite song. If Family Matters drops and it's just a bunch of strays, we don't look at that song the way we look at it right now. In the midst of a fight, that is not the way to do it. But if this was just like, you know what, Drake felt like really shaking some shit up and he dissed everybody, that would have been a moment.
Yeah.
It would have been a moment.
Facts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then it's like he had a couple of bars on that record that let me know that he wasn't focused. Again, when I said like he wasn't locked in, y'all got emotional, but you're not really listening. Let me pull up the lyrics. I'm gonna pull a Dini right now. I'm gonna get the lyrics because it's like I really been studying this shit. Like, you know what I mean? And in the second verse, when he's talking to The Weeknd, right?
Yeah.
He says, can't listen to the stick talk and falsetto, save it for a hip hop nigga, right? So what you saying, Dini? He can't take a nigga who's singing seriously about some gun talk,
Facts.
right? But then proceeds
To do
to
that.
sing in the third verse against your number one rival in this entire genre.
While he's rapping.
Yeah.
Good point,
It's
Joe. Good point,
Bro.
Joe.
And it's like the hard part 6 where in one moment he's saying
point.
whoever you're getting your
I've
information
been mad at this nigga for
from
days.
is clowns.
Me and Joe
And then-
went back and forth.
Invest
for
And then in a
days
different
about it.
moment, he said, "We fed you the information." So
So you
Bro.
thought making yourself look like a pedo and a deadbeat
It's
dad was a good
crazy.
idea? Again, it's like you could tell certain niggas who've never been in real situations before or never been in a snapping contest, never been. I don't even know if Drake has ever been in a. Well, he has been in a fight, but like I'm talking about in his formative years, not rapper years. Later in that same song, right? He's talking to Leland Wayne and Future, right? And he says something about this. 2 separate albums dissing. I just did the Kim to it. Nigga, skim through it. If you skim through it, why are you responding to them? If you didn't give a fuck about the disses, why are we rapping to them right now while Kendrick is trying to take your head off?
right.
Again, this song right here, as much as I love it, the fatal flaw of Drake's entire approach is in the song.
But there was several examples of him trying to downplay either Kendrick or someone else, Future
Right.
or whatever,
Well, he
while clearly taking it seriously, while clearly like creating a whole video for
Future was
this.
kind of spared though.
So
Yeah.
yeah, but
You
it's
don't want
like,
to beef with Future.
He gave
Yeah.
Future love. They gonna make music again.
of
Believe
course.
but it's like,
It's not
are you
Metro.
taking it seriously or are you not taking it? Because you can't have it both ways.
And that's the problem I have with Family Matters. I love the song. I think it's one of the best individual performances against multiple niggas. Kendrick caught a few bars in the drill version, the drill part of that song too. But it's like, you can't tell a nigga I can't take the steak talking falsetto, then you sing to Kendrick Lamar, you fucking clown. Like that shit's been making me mad. It's like I'm still annoyed by that. Cause it's like, why?
I mean, I kind of get it because The Weeknd is an actual singer.
I don't care,
You know
bro.
what I'm saying?
You told niggas in 2009 you studied Jay-Z.
Indeed.
And you did that against. Could you imagine? Again, I said jigga
Jay-Z
jigga that
wouldn't do
nigga
those
jigga.
mistakes.
Like you don't do that against this nigga's a serious nigga across the way.
And it's crazy
You in a
because
real
we
scrap.
call
Cooking.
Drake the calculated nigga, which
cooking.
is wild. You know what I'm saying?
And-
That
and it-
bar call out, you cooking with that.
Yeah,
one,
that's-
dog.
that's-
I'm not
and
even gonna lie.
it kind of goes back just real
That's
quick.
different.
Yeah,
I remember one time, I think we was at the table here, and I said something alluding to like Drake doesn't really have an identity.
Oh yeah.
And I remember Mase getting kind of frustrated with my statement. But I mean, this is another example of like, all right, are you a rapper? Are you a singer? Because you can't have it both ways. Like if you're saying The Weeknd is a singer, he can't. I can't take the stick talk
You sing
from
the
you,
same song.
but you're singing on the same song. So what is your identity, bro? You can't have it every single way.
Well, you know what I mean? It's like you I just don't understand, bro. Like
What do you mean by that?
why'd you write that bar?
He misplayed his hand.
Why'd
man.
you write that bar? But it's like you really showed niggas that you really don't understand. You didn't understand the room you were in. How did you not? How did you not? Like Kendrick
did.
Lamar is right on. This ain't J. Cole and Big Sean, niggas who are naturally on the softer side. No disrespect meant, by the way.
Right.
But it's like they're not overtly aggressive with this rap shit. They're good at rapping, but they're not aggressive. Kendrick is right there. And it's like you think it's like did niggas tell you Kendrick is pussy or he can't rap? Was it your circle? Like who said it? Like why did you think this nigga was for play?
You can't meek him, basically. You know what I'm
And I've been saying that the whole time. Kendrick is not for play. I thought Drake understood that. And that's why I was like, Drake can really handle himself. He knows. If you can stand in front of Pusha before shit happened, you gotta know Kendrick is not for play. Why did you play with him?
You think he figured
'Cause
that
he
the same way you
rapping
said
like
it, he
he's trying
figured
to free the
everybody would, you
slaves.
know what I'm saying? Like
That's how we
all,
saw him
all
at.
these
That's
years,
crazy.
everyone has had your back in that sense. You know what I'm saying? You've been the go-to guy for the music. Everyone's kind of been catering to you in that sense. I think this is his first time where it's like everyone's like completely against him. I don't think he's ever seen it like this.
And this is the part where like Drake has clearly been in a bubble
Yeah.
for a very
Yeah.
long time in an echo chamber. Everybody just feeding his
You're
ego.
the best.
and not really looking outside of that bubble to like really see what's going on in the full room.
Yo, bro, I think the best thing that could come out of this is maybe this nigga really understanding that what you were doing previously, while you did get your streams and the women still love you, you might need to start rapping on a more regular basis. Get some niggas out of your room who are telling you these are good ideas while you're getting dragged on the internet. Because again, for me to be able to point out that lyric in your song, nobody told you. Because again, to use the J. Cole reference, y'all keep trying to let J. Cole off the hook in this shit. I'm never gonna let him off the hook.
Never.
Poor fucking Cole on the beach
on
somewhere.
a beach with a laptop trying to live.
Because niggas don't think how I think. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, shouts to him. Like, I get it, but like, you're out on the beach in the middle of all this.
Walt could tell you, when you record a song, Sin could tell you, because he's been in the studio. You know how many times you hear that song while it's being made?
Yeah.
How many takes and punches?
So when you say, oh, I feel corny, fuck that. I know you was in the studio. You recorded it. It was mixed. You heard various versions of that mix.
You felt confident.
You did the doubles. You did the ad-libs. You listened to it again. You asked niggas if you should say it this way or that way.
You put it online.
Nigga, you know what shit had to happen before it got to that point?
A lot of steps.
You know what niggas heard it before it was officially set up to be loaded up for the DSP? Fuck that. I'm never forgiving Cole. Because I know. That's why I go to Drake and it's like, all of y'all was in that room. Y'all heard that song like 100 times that night. Y'all niggas said, this is a good idea.
Do it.
Press the button.
It'll work.
Press the button.
Hit publish.
Sing to Kendrick Lamar? Yes? Are you kidding me? What the fuck? The one nigga you shouldn't sing to with 8 different voices calling you pussy and gay and a predator. You gonna sing to this nigga? Because the shit, remember Euphoria started, we never got back to the gay shit. If you think about it, Euphoria started off and him suggesting Drake was gay. We never went back there because the pedophilia shit
took over.
I gotta say something.
PDF.
PDF.
The PDF shit.
The Adobe file.
Took over the whole conversation. But Euphoria started with the nigga suggesting Drake was gay. And you sang to him? You proving his point.
That's a crazy point, Jarvie.
Rob been studying this shit the whole week, bro. That's why I was like, yo, like Mase and I could argue until we 100 years old.
We've been arguing about this.
Drake fumbled the bag, big time. And with that being said, the Ewoks dancing, the second Death Star destroyed, the Empire destroyed,
Jesus
the
Christ.
entire West Coast elbows high, sea walking, parties lit,
everywhere,
babies
lit,
dancing to it. What song you want to hear?
They Not Like Us.
O-V-Ho.
And you know what? They Not Like Us.
It's a virus at this point.
I knew Drake was going to respond because he had to drop the Heart Part 6. But again, everybody knew that They Not Like Us was the victory lap. You know what it is? In unison, all the blacks came outside dancing to that song. They opened their front doors. They was on their lawns with their slides and their socks on dancing.
You know what it felt like? It felt like everyone that was on Drake's side just said, you know what? Kendrick got a bop. I'm over there. That's all he needed.
This is where I feel like you fucking it up because you're
maybe I'm oversimplifying it. I'm oversimplifying
it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
But the way the 360 just had, the 180 happened like before my eyes, bro.
It happened with Meet the Grams, bro.
He was dead. No, it was.
But the kill shot was Meet the Grams. But the actual the bodies on the ground freezing is actually was the
not like us. I agree with you,
bro.
Like
that's when like it wasn't even a conversation no more.
You still had people arguing what's going on. Not like us. Everybody was like, all right, bro.
Here's where I think you're oversimplifying.
Hard Part 6 is almost nullified by a lot of niggas because of that shit.
Here's where I think you're oversimplifying it.
Okay.
Because it was a process. It was a premeditated hit, step by step. Kendrick was a fucking hitman for that entire week.
Yeah.
Setting the steps, setting the motion of what he was gonna,
and the fact that
how he was gonna take him out.
Fire doesn't help.
With every track, you know what people did? Oh, you know what? This Kendrick has a point. You know what I mean? I kind of thought that myself. You know what I mean? And then the next one hit, and it was like, you know what? He's got another point. You know what I mean? And none of them were like trying to convince you all at once. And this is where I feel I have a problem with Family Matters. Family Matters was trying to convince you all at once in that one song. Kendrick, step by step, was convincing the people and having them look at Drake from different angles.
That's an excellent point, Sam.
As the songs progressed, to the point where by the time Not Like Us came out, everybody was ready to dance on him.
So pause to your he undressed him. Pause.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's the thing. It's like, that's why I was telling y'all off wax. I didn't realize what this battle actually was until after we done had so many takes about it.
Yeah.
They Not Like Us became the rallying cry for a lot of people who looked at Drake as
Funny.
as like a culture virtue, like capitalizing off a rapper not really loving this shit. It really became a battle of good versus evil in a lot of ways. And the whole time I'm looking at this strictly from a rap perspective. Drake versus Kendrick. Not understanding that people were emotionally invested in this shit because they really look at Drake as somebody who's weaponized the culture in a way that's not good for said culture. You know what I mean? Mm. And then you standing next to niggas that we don't like. Because I'll be clear, I don't know about anybody else, but Sexy Red is a problem for me. I think she's a mischaracterization of what rap is supposed to be. And he's standing next to him. Yeah. Drake's still next to a lot of average rappers who didn't give a fuck about hip hop and made them famous.
And who was that little kid rapper that he was hanging out with?
Lil RT.
Knowing damn well he would never have Adonis hanging out with him.
There you go.
Knowing good goddamn and well.
And just to tie it all together, again, it goes back to your responsibilities when whether it's Apple Music or whoever signed him to that $400 million deal. Because you're not a boss. You're rich. You're wealthy. Not even rich. You're wealthy.
But you're still a worker.
But you're a worker. And when they tell you, go stand next to this person, we paid you $400. Stand next to this person. Make him lit. Make her lit.
Make a bunch of use, basically.
Right. This is a problem. So when Kendrick drops, They Not Like Us, the villain has been vanquished. Darth Vader is dead. Sidious is dead.
Galvanized.
He was Darth Vader, apparently. Yeah.
Luke Kendrick Walker. You know what I mean? has saved the galaxy of hip hop from this vulture. I didn't see it that way until just now.
A lot of people are seeing it that way on the net, man.
Nah, job cooking right now.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So They Not Like Us. You know how Ether lingers?
Yeah.
Decades later,
burn slow.
Yeah.
Even with all the Euphorias, the 616s, the Meet the Grams, They Not Like Us speaks to Drake's #1 insecurity. That niggas don't love you, you're not of the cloth, will never accept you, so on and so on. That one line, They Not Like Us.
And to see all those people just enjoying the fuck out of it. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
And it's not stopping.
It's not, it might just be the beginning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I like how the record has legs.
That's what I was saying before, you know, and people didn't understand when I was saying give him a couple of threads is because Drake been fighting uphill. Like, niggas don't really understand that. Maybe Mase speak to it. But niggas don't understand that Drake wanted to be accepted by the blacks for so long. The hip hop, the heads, not the random black person in the brunch on the Sunday. The heads.
Culture.
Favorite rap is Fonte, bro.
This whole time. That's why this shit hurt so bad.
You thought that would do something for Sin, right?
I felt sorry for the nigga. Because it's like he really want to be a part of this shit. Give him a couple of threads.
I mean, we've all known a Drake. You get what I'm saying? That nigga that's just like, he's talented, you know what I'm saying? But it's almost like there's a bar to entry. Like, we know you don't belong in this club. You know what I'm saying? Thinking like
bro,
I want to say
Drake
the fake
is
thug,
Tariq,
but
bro. Your family's rich. Why you want to be a street nigga? Just be rich.
And can I just mention real quick before we move on, because I feel this segment closing out, but like the opening of Family Matters. The issue that Kendrick had about, you know, Drake saying the N-word and saying that I don't even like how it sounds coming out of your mouth. This shit is cringy. Which I said at this table. I don't know if he listens, but I don't know. And then the opening of Family Matters is him with his white mom. Like, being white adjacent and being like, fuck you, I'm still gonna say it. But it's like on the one hand, I understand, like, the middle finger aspect of it. But on the other hand, it's like, bro, like, do you not understand? You're not reading the room right now.
And then it goes into cultural commentary. I've read this on Twitter, and I've had conversations with people who believe this in real life. They believe, sorry, Walt, I was going to say it earlier. They believe that if you're mixed and your mom's is white, you're white.
You're white.
That's a thing in the culture. So
that's weird to me.
All of these things. Hey, I'm not sanctioning it. What I'm telling you is that's the belief system of black people universally. If you're mixed and your mom is white, you're white. Your belief, because they believe that your mother is responsible for your belief system and who you become as a man or a woman.
She's the one that does the nurturing.
Right. So that being said, that makes what Kendrick said about not saying that word even crazier. It was mental warfare.
They could call for that too. They could call for that too back in the days.
Who?
The internet.
You got Dragon Balls?
The internet has cooked.
You got Dragon Balls?
Nah, I
You
don't.
want to wish him back?
Nah. Yo.
Yeah, I mean,
the white mom shit is crazy.
I'm never forgiving him. I'm never forgiving J. Cole, bro. Never. I'll listen to his music. I'll say if it's good or it's bad, but he never will get forgiveness from me. From the cloth. He gave the cloth away. Oof. He had it.
The uncloth.
The cloth niggas handed him the threads.
The unclothening.
The unclothening of J. Cole.
That's a horror film.
I'm just saying, the Canadian came outside.
He did.
Yeah.
The Fayetteville homie, Coop. That's your boy. The Fayetteville homie didn't want no smoke.
That was the crux of my argument with Sin about the cloth. It's like, I can't say he not of the cloth if he always come outside. Like, that gotta mean something.
Gotta mean something.
Yeah. Definitely. Especially
pop stars don't come outside how Drake come outside, bro. Every time you knock on Drake door to scrap, he can't fight. But he come outside.
But he's outside and he's trying. He's throwing his hand.
He fucking around and won a couple. You know, you throw that little haymaker in the hit.
Man.
You can't fight with that haymaker landed. He won.
Yeah, man.
He closed his eyes and
I'm dead.
And it hit him.
Facts. When he scrap.
Homie had a weak chin.
Niggas like, oh, you a Drake fan? I'm like,
oh man, Meek had a weak chin, bro.
Niggas is like, your facts. Niggas say Devin Haney. You know what I mean? And so it's like, yo, bro, like I can't listen to niggas saying he not of something if Drake always come outside, bro. He answered every challenge. And you can't give him a thread.
Plus, Kendrick wouldn't have put in all that work if he didn't think he was worthy at the end of the day.
He got a little, you know how you get the little kente cloth? He got a little corner. There's a little piece at the edge.
It's a quarter dashiki.
You gotta give him that.
I'm saying.
You gotta give him something. He leaving with something.
Shit.
Oh man.
I don't care what y'all Kendrick fans feel. I fuck with y'all, but Drake getting a little threat from Jav. I'm sorry.
He's working. He's putting work in, man.
Because the next rapper that calls Drake out, he gonna come outside again.
Come on.
Shit.
Motherfucking Simba called out J. Cole, Cole sleep.
Kanye talking crazy about Cole,
Cole
bro.
sleep.
Wow.
Game, Cole sleep. You think you could do that to Drake?
Rose.
Drake gonna come outside.
Come outside.
He likes long walks.
So even
on
the
beach.
Weeknd is singing on hooks.
Nigga on the beach with sneakers and socks on, nigga.
and
corny.
And a laptop.
Even Metro's drumming.
Schoolboy Q came to him backstage at his own concert and said, "You better stay out this shit, nigga." He ain't even between the teeth. You can stay out this shit.
Fall back, nickel.
Nah, he was like,
apologize.
Yeah, what was that shit? He came through the portal like Cable from the future.
So he came from the
Like,
future.
nah, I see what
cuz,
happened.
Listen, man.
You don't want no parts of this, bro.
Hey, cuz, you might want to leave this shit alone, cuz. And it's like, yo, bro. That's why I believe what I said on the live. It was Schoolboy and a bunch of Crips that told him, you're going to apologize on the stage. Because he didn't have to do that. Nobody asked him to do that.
And the way he did it.
Y'all
don't love Kendrick?
He was like, hey, you not leave.
I love him. Y'all don't love him? I love him too.
Actually,
that was crazy.
Mr. Morale's my favorite album. You know what I mean?
No. What I had said
what I
meant was.
You know what I mean? Niggas told him you not leaving your concert safe if you don't apologize.
Crazy.
All the lokes was there. He was like, I bet.
You got it. Y'all got it. I don't want no problems.
I'm never forgiving J. Cole for that shit.
And I'll take it all streaming, I promise.
Word.
Yo, just let me get my chart placement first.
Schoolboy didn't even ask for all of that. He did it anyway. You know when niggas scared, they just do extra shit.
Right?
J. Cole fans mad at us. Like, y'all gonna give Cole his respect when he come back outside. Yeah, we gonna say the music is good, but we not gonna forget this shit.
Listen.
You know what I mean?
Nah, you don't need to do all that. Nah, I do it. Don't worry about it, bro.
Fuck out of here.
Shit.
I don't mean to pick between two people who lost, but I'd rather get beat up than run away.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
Dignity matters, man.
That's a fact. That's
a
been,
fact.
That's been my argument. Whatever cloth J. Cole gave back, give it to Drake. How y'all killing Drake and Cole ran, bro?
Pass down.
He
on the
ran. Nigga was saying, he said, let me out the car, bro.
Doughboy.
Come on, son.
Let me out.
After he clapped at him, he said, let me out the car. What you doing?
Oh,
You shot at him already. We heard it. Anyway, I'm never forgiving that nigga. I'm gonna let y'all know that right now.
Free
Don't ask
smoke
me shit
forever.
about J. Cole. I'm not forgiving him. Legacy, though. With everything being what it is in hip-hop. Kendrick Lamar, on the commercial side, the mainstream side, has been number 2. For the heads of this era, he's been number 1. What changes now that he's defeated Drake since they're the rap star?
In that sense, the way you framed it, I don't think it changes that much. I think in terms of like the people that had him number 1, I'm people. He's even more so number. I think the separation is wider now. In terms of the mainstream aspect, in terms of like metrics and charts, he has a long way to go. Clearly, I mean, I saw a stat where I think Kendrick's music had jumped by like some crazy percentage, but it was still in like the 50 million streams per day or something like that.
I got you later, Sam.
And then Drake's was down like 4% or so, but he was still in the 100 million streams. So it's like, that's still a very wide gap, pause.
We like gaps.
Yeah, we do like gaps. That's true. Well,
Us,
not
the
just
bitch-ass
not
nigga
except
from
except that
from
guy.
Canada.
Shouts to Coil Ray.
Love a good gap.
Ooh, that's
Hey,
prime
girl.
gap.
Prime gap estate.
Man.
Nah, we wildin'.
Hey, girl.
Yeah.
But yeah, so and we alluded to this in the lunch hour. Like, both fan bases are pretty firmly grounded.
Are they the Hatfields and McCoys? Or have we gotten there with them?
I think so. At this point, yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
I think a lot of Drake fans came around to the Kendrick side, though, it feels like.
No, I think the people that were on
I don't
the
think so.
fence,
You got a Drake fan right next to you.
either on the fence
on now.
or
Fighting.
just like casual. And this is the point that I wanted to make in the lunch hour, but like we ran the whole gamut. But like, I think there is a segment of people that enjoy Drake, but weren't that invested in him as a fan. You know what I mean? They weren't part of the fandom, and I think that segment of people were swayed more towards Kendrick's side, and now they're listening to Kendrick and they're like, oh shit, like, yeah, I didn't know Kendrick had it like this. That's crazy. You know what I mean? And I think that's what accounts for the like 50% jump in, or whatever percentage it is, jump in Kendrick's streaming numbers. So I think fandom wise, I think both camps are firmly grounded. But I do think that there is a segment of like, middle ground that was swayed towards Kendrick. You know what I mean? And hopefully, if you listen in Kendrick, follow up with an album, man. It's time.
The people will definitely support it the way you're going right now.
So you feel like there's a chance that his legacy could be even more so?
I think in terms of his legacy, so this was the one thing that a lot of people felt was missing from his resume. You know what I mean? He has bops. You know what I mean? He has club songs. Clearly, obviously, not as many as Drake. That's his bread and butter. But he had enough to be, in that conversation maybe. The discography, obviously, the lyricism, the thoughtfulness in how he puts his art together. You know what I mean? So he had all of those things. Everybody's been saying for a while, including, people at this table, yo, we ain't never seen Kendrick in a battle. What makes you so sure that Kendrick is battle ready. You know what I mean? So I think this at least ties that end, and solidifies him more so as what I would say the greatest MC of this generation.
High praise. Dini, talk to me.
As far as
Legacy goes.
legacy, I think it'll just be he slayed the dragon. You get what I'm saying? Is that dragon anywhere in his lyrical field? No. But as far as like numbers, impact, just the grasp on the culture, not the culture as far as like, in the sense of what you mean by culture. I mean grasp on the culture of hip hop as far as.
Well, we're gonna have to have a conversation one day about like when we use the word culture, what do we mean? Because when I say culture and when you say culture, I think we mean two different.
You mean the hardcore heads. You get what I'm saying? I mean culture as far as the people that are into the music. You get what I'm saying? People that fuck with the music. Mm-hmm. And obviously, numbers wise and everything, Drake would win that battle. You get what I'm saying? But I think what Kendrick has done, like you said, is shown, first of all, he can actually do this battling thing. It's not just words that he's been talking all these years, but more that like, I can beat the guy who makes those records at his own game. I can make that same kind of record, shit on him in the process, galvanize my fan base, snatch up some of his fan base, and bring him over to my side. It's fucking genius. You get what I'm saying? And he did that strategically with those records.
This battle, I think, was like the last Infinity Stone in his gauntlet. You know what I mean? This is the one thing missing.
Yeah.
I think now Gauntlet is.
But as far as the legacy will be, you stopped the guy that couldn't be stopped. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be Jay-Z and Nas where like it's where we talk about as far as lyrical dexterity. It's not going to be that. It's going to be more like the juggernaut, the machine that won't stop. You stop the machine. You get what I'm saying? You stop Wall Street, basically. Yeah. It's going to be that. Yeah. That's what I think.
Macito?
Interesting takes, fellas. I think that the legacy talk, you could talk about it in two ways, right? You could talk about the him and Drake aspect. He beat Drake in the battle. You know what I'm saying? He beat him. You know what I mean? Like I said in the lunch hour, I don't think anybody who thought Kendrick was the artist of the generation was there before this battle. They didn't need this for them to feel like he's better than Drake. And I don't even think that, I get what you're saying about, the swayable fans, but I don't even think the Drake camp is really like off their square as well. You know what I mean? But I will say this. I think the legacy talk comes into all time type of thing beyond Drake. I understand, there's two different type of people. There's a type of person that will put Drake in the all-time list and won't, right? So for the people that won't, which is completely understandable with the ghostwriters, with the allegations, with a lot of things, I'm not mad at somebody who don't have him on the all-time list. I understand where they coming from. But for the Kendrick crowd, now, Sin, excellent point about the final Infinity Stone. At this point, this is a man who's had at least one classic album, classic songs. All Right is one of those. All Right is an all-timer in hip-hop circles. But he's had obviously a few, but All Right is one of those undeniables. You know what I mean? That's what they had him perform at the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Right. The all-time song, the all-time album. He's had all-time collaborations. He's had the all-time crew, shout to TDE, and now he's had the all-time battle win. There's not a lot of MCs that have that type of resume. You know what I mean? So when you talking, we have to get to the all-time list at this point. We have to get to the Jay-Z's. We have to get to the Nas's. We have to get to the Scarfaces. We have to get to the DMX's. Like when you look at Kendrick's resume from a strictly rap standpoint, we're not talking about hits. We're not talking about mainstream shit. We're talking about an MC. This bolsters his legacy entirely. Like Sin said in the lunch hour, the man put on a masterclass. Maybe the best masterclass we've ever seen in the midst of a battle. Yeah. You know what I mean? From music to angles to strategy. Like this is not your everyday normal type of thing. So to me, legacy-wise, it puts him in those all-timer conversations. Like, I know a lot of people like to pretend like the Drake, Cole, Kendrick generation is still the new guys. These guys been out for 15 years, bro. They all nearing 40, if not 40. You know what I mean? So, I don't know what as a objective rap fan, what is keeping Kendrick from an all-time list from you? I get you love, them 3 years your favorite 90s rappers did back in the day. You know what I mean? He was hot, I promise. You know what I mean?
Point, Mace.
But Kendrick has been...
Cannabis had bars in 98, bro.
Cannabis went crazy, bro. You know what I mean? Kenny gotta be out 5 more years before I put him on Abyss.
Some niggas so stuck in the 90s that they'd rather talk about the 90s as opposed to the shit that's popping off right now.
Right now, a nigga at the top of his game with an immaculate discography.
Liquid Swords was crazy, bro.
You feel me? I don't want to go crazy. You know what I mean? Like they might get me for Liquid Swords. That's kind of too popular, Sid. You know what I mean? Let's shit on Akinelli or something. You know what I mean?
Niggas fucking got Liquid Swords, bro. I'm talking about Jizzle.
You feel me? You know what I mean? But
like guillotine.
But on an all-time list, I don't feel
Wow.
Just caught it.
crazy, bro.
Yo, what a stray, bro.
Listen, man, listen. I know my 90s rappers and I know who did this, who not did this. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
I love you, bro.
You feel me? But on an all-time list, I don't see where, I'm not asking you to put Kendrick top 3. I'm not telling you where to place him. But there's no all-time list that cannot include Kendrick Lamar at this point. The resume is bulletproof.
Well, look, I'm glad you said it as the OVO capo.
I gotta keep it above.
Because if I would have said it, I would have been glazing, and I would have gotten all types of hate mail.
Man, fuck that glazing.
But listen, since this has all transpired, I've been looking at my top 5 like, yo, who's moving out? Who's getting moved?
Wow, that's pretty tough.
Facts.
My personal top 5.
The Sin's top 5 is crazy.
I want to say something, but I won't, Sin. I'll let you go.
Because Kendrick's been in my top 10 for a minute. I think this moves him for me top 5 again. You know what I mean? I've been in it since '92, so it's like it takes a lot for me to move some artists that I hold so near and dear to my heart out of my top 5. But I think it might be that time. I haven't made my decision yet, but I don't know. More to come later.
Here's what I'll say about Kendrick's legacy. You guys all made strong points. I really don't need to add too much on to what you guys are saying. I believe in totality, his legacy has been boosted by this. By default, this is the fight. We were talking about Drake versus Kendrick before we had a podcast. What the fuck? Like, we knew that this was the thing. You know what I mean? Eventually, it had to happen. We talked about it when we started the pod. That at some point they would cross. When niggas didn't believe that they would cross paths, we believed that eventually it was going to happen.
Right.
It's funny because I think me and you had Drake, which is funny.
What was that episode? I remember when I was chopping up I was editing the video and we had like the Drake and Kendrick heads coming in and we put it in like the top left corner, and it was some conversation we were having between Drake and Kendrick. I'm gonna have to dig it up.
You know what I mean?
So
but
many.
We've talked this out, and I thought Drake, because again, I thought that Drake being such a calculated nigga would be ready for this fight. If one nigga he'd be ready for is fucking Kendrick.
You know
what I mean? I'm so disappointed in him as a man. It's like, how did you fuck this off, stupid? You know what I mean? Like, who's in your camp calling you silly right now? Like where the big homies at?
If I could
John
be
is smiling like a proud dad watching his only son that made it. What the fuck?
But if I could take a moment to be a little fair and cut him a little bit of slack.
Okay.
His head is probably spinning from like all the motherfuckers that's coming at him. So that probably caused a little bit of like, disorientation.
Internet don't help.
But like,
you can't talk the shit he talking and not be focusing on the one nigga who matters.
Correct.
What Rick Ross say about you don't matter. ASAP don't matter. ASAP nigga dusted off ASAP for a verse. This nigga's a full-time dad, nigga. He not even a rapper like that no more.
Nobody cared about that.
You dissing The Weeknd. He don't rap. Like, bro. Come on, bro. You calling J. Cole Jermaine again? Like focus on J. Cole. I mean, Kendrick Lamar. Like, he right there. He nigga want to fight.
I ain't mad at it, man.
But anyway, Kendrick Lamar's legacy is increased because he won the era-defining battle by a lot. Dare I say, he probably beat Drake worse than Nas beat Hov. Just on sheer volume, I might have to say it.
There's none of the kind of residuals.
Could you imagine if Made You Look came out right after Ether? That's what happened.
Same night.
Yo,
20 minutes later.
That's what happened. Imagine Ether came out Friday, Made You Look came out Saturday. It's the same shit.
Yeah.
Yo.
It don't matter what you drop after that. It's
Facts.
Just, you can't win.
I would
Facts.
hate Nas if that happened. You would never get me to talk nice about the nigga made you look dropped the next day.
But it was also
Rules
a
of
different time, like
Right.
the way that the songs were put out and
Needed time.
delivered.
You
But
needed
that's
time
what makes
back
it
then.
crazy because here's the thing what makes it crazier for me. I would argue, sorry Nas fans, don't kill me. Kendrick is a more popular act on the mainstream side than Nas at
Yeah.
the time of
Was back then. Yeah.
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 That's not a. crazy
Meanwhile,
assessment.
he already had the heads. Kendrick
Statistically,
always had
yeah.
the heads. Statistically, he was already a mainstream star. The nigga, one of the most supported Marvel movies ever. He was the curator of the fucking soundtrack
Yeah.
and was giving you bangers. People forget that the Black Panther soundtrack happened right after
Fire.
Damn.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that was fire too. And he got that.
Fire.
Mainstream wise, that was
That
peak.
cooked.
That was peak
Absolute
Kendrick.
peak.
That shit
And
was
I think that was the
fire.
highest. That
And
was the
people were
highest
hyped for
movie
that
at the time.
soundtrack because of what Damn did.
Mm-hmm.
And have you seen the video where like they go back to that song and it was like, yo, it sounded like he was talking to Drake the whole time.
Nah.
That's crazy.
You gotta send me that.
They're
many
doing that
threads.
with every song.
So
I'm
many
not even
threads,
lying.
right?
Like
But-
10 songs
But
they've done
that's
that
what
with.
makes his fight special. They've been talking to me. That's why I'm like, Drake, how did you fuck this off? You've been talking to the nigga. Kendrick been talking to you. There's videos on YouTube, y'all dissing each other and you sang to this man? Stupid.
Sing for the moment.
Like, what the fuck?
Yo, it gets worse every time.
Every time I think about it, they just like, are you sick? But anyway, the point I'm trying to make, I keep going off track. The point I'm trying to make is, when the heads get together, the cloth talk people get together, they begrudgingly give Drake the number one status on air. I don't know what's being said off the record, but on the record because they don't want to look crazy or like a hater to political connects, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
When they get on the air, they give Drake that status as number one because, he can rap, he got the stats. He's the biggest star on the hip hop side of it.
Mhm.
I think Kendrick legacy gets the boost because now you can say Kendrick is number one without looking like a hater towards
Yeah.
Drake.
Today,
Yeah.
yes.
The narrative surrounding their dynamic is completely shifting. And that's a boost in and of itself. Because now a Rosenberg, as an example, can outright say Kendrick is number one and not even have to mention Aubrey.
Yeah.
Ever. He can just say it. He doesn't have to worry about politics anymore. Because the public sees it. Everybody saw it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's important to Kendrick because now to Sin's point, when that next album drops, he's gonna get a full runway because he's the guy that beat Drake. He's the guy that created one of the greatest moments in rap history. and now he's in position to drop a very important album. Now, what that album sounds like and what he decides to do with it is the
That
argument.
Very
I
intriguing.
anticipate him going the damn route because he gave us a Mr. Morale. He got it out of his system.
Yeah.
And now I consider that I trust Kendrick because he understood the assignment in this moment. He played this perfectly. So he's not a dumbass. He's not a person who just does shit for the fuck of it. He's calculated.
Yeah.
And he knows now, I cracked this nigga out of here, get the pause, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And I beat him with a club record. I started it off in the club
Play
and I
this game.
ended it in the club. He's gonna go to the damn route and he's gonna vanquish him. There's gonna be a conversation to be had, especially now that Drake is on a decline and now niggas are saying the quiet, loud. There's a lot of niggas who didn't like Drake. Now they can say it comfortably.
Yeah.
Everything changes now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the heads who look like a Rosenberg or
Mhm.
possibly myself that would, jump into a conversation and be like, yo, Kendrick is a GOAT. Whenever anybody retorts with, yo, but Drake and his number ones and his club bangers and all these hits, now we got, but they battled. They scrapped it out.
In the club.
And Kendrick won and he won in the club.
Mhm.
He out Draked Drake.
But you know what? Enough about, some people are gonna get tired of us talking about these niggas. So let's move on to something else. Let's get in our round table back. Let's have a little fun.
Let's cook.
So I was watching a music video. I won't tell you what it is, but it inspired this topic. And it's like we talk about high level MCs all the time. But at the same time, as music fans, there's MCs who the heads might call whack or mediocre. But personally, we love to listen to them rap because there's something about the way they rap that just, it works for us. So my question to the rap roundtable is, who was that one mediocre to borderline whack rapper, depending on who you choose, who you love listening to, that niggas not really sanctioning as lyricists? So Sin, you opened up the first two segments. I'm gonna go to Dini for this pick to start it off.
I'm gonna get crucified for this, but I thought really long and hard. Like, who is an artist that I really fuck with? I love their music. When their music comes on, I go crazy. But I can't vouch for them. You get what I'm saying? I can't, in open conversation, be like, nah, this nigga got some joints.
Yeah.
And I was like, who can I choose that I fuck with that'll kind of be a table turner? Somebody that don't get the love they supposed to get. And I stumbled upon the weirdest pick.
Now can't you give me a straight answer anymore?
The straight answer is Playboy Cardi.
Oh shit!
I don't know what he's saying half the time, and it sounds amazing. How does he do it? You know what I'm saying? Like it's so many songs that I truly fuck with. Like I had to make a list. Like
Cardi?
I can't tell you 3 words in unison. You get what I'm saying? And I'm the lyrics guy.
You do fuck with Playboy Cardi. Confirmed by that time I said, yo, you really listen to Playboy Cardi? He was like, yes, I do.
A lot of joints.
I didn't guess. That's not who I would have guessed.
I know it's not. Like I thought a lot of people I came up with are kind of like not too bad. They're just not great lyricists. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to say any because those might be the
exactly. I don't want, but like certain songs like Magnolia, Pain, 1993 with Drake, Earthquake with Tyler. You know, I love that. That was my shit.
Fire.
You know what I'm saying? New Chopper with ASAP. Stop Breathing off the Red album. Took my shirt off and all the whole stop breathing. like it's stadium tunes, y'all. You got it. It's turn up tunes. Fuck Some off the Ye joint. Carnival, bro. Carnival. Like
when he showed up with a different voice, and I didn't know it was him.
And that's the thing
who's
too.
this?
Like aside from Kendrick and maybe Thug, the voice changes. He sounds different on every track. Magnolia don't sound nothing like type shit.
Nah.
You see the weird. Just
he switches
it's
style
weird,
up a
bro.
lot.
Like Fiend with Travis Scott. Like certain joints.
He's on that?
Yes,
Yeah,
nigga.
that's him screaming Fiend, bro.
Junya with Kanye, like he's on. I'm like, yo, I gotta give props. I don't know what he's saying 80% of the time. My dog, I'm on some move type shit.
Yeah.
Shaped up with my dog.
I mean, that's cool.
Type.
I didn't care about his verse because I felt like Travis Scott had the greatest cameo of 2024 on type shit.
on that mid verse.
He went in on that.
But yeah, I fuck with. He don't really
The
get
beat
these shout outs.
the effect on the vocals.
Yeah,
that was like
they changed the song from
like that. If you want a textbook definition of Travis Scott, it was that little cameo right there.
Yeah, man. But yeah, like just so many songs he's been on that he just changed the trajectory of the song by just being on it. Not the greatest lyricist, maybe not the greatest songwriter, maybe not the greatest anything, but just knows how to provide a good vibe to a song, and everything I've heard him on just sounds a little better for that.
I'm not mad at that, Demon. Mesito, what's your pick?
I got Chief Keef.
Really? Mediocre?
Straight into it.
Okay.
Chief Keef.
He changed the game.
I'm a huge fan of Chief Keef. I know his songs. I know his songs. I can spit Chief Keef songs bar for bar, and I can tell you none of them bars are hot. You know what I'm saying? But they still ring off like.
You know you somebody if Kanye West called you.
Listen,
You know you somebody.
Literally was the figurehead of the drill movement. You know what I mean? A whole genre of rap that
you know how many
people
teenagers
are still.
I hated because they like Chief Keef.
Listen, man. You know, we can say
era.
that. We can say that. You know, Ice Spice is still eating off of what Chief Keef started, bro. Like you talk about, I don't like Finetto, Love Sosa Chamberlain. Like this classic Chief Keef songs, like anthems. You know what I mean? Obviously, and I don't think nobody's gonna pick this person, so I can mention them. Obviously, influenced heavily by Waka Flocka in that whole era. You know what I'm saying? Transitioned it into that Chicago, that whole street shit they was going to this day. Before then and to this day, you know what I mean? Chief Keef, like one of my favorite rappers ever. You know what I mean? I don't even speak to y'all about Chief Keef because I don't want to hear no negativity about it. I get it. You know what I mean? My mans can probably write those from third grade.
You know how to read the room.
Yeah, exactly.
Unlike
somebody at OVO does. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Chief Keef to me, like,
damn it, man.
Wow. you feel me?
Nigga said Drake couldn't read the room.
You know, you feel me? The capo shit in school.
I thought you were talking about the bozos, because them niggas confused too. But you know what I mean?
There's a lot of confused everything. The winners and the losers are very obvious.
While the building's burning. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Talking about the building burning, stupid.
You feel me?
like the dog
Don't
at
pay
the table.
attention to that.
Everything. fine. It's all right. Let's talk about something else.
There's literally a cat in the tree, guys.
Everything's fine. No, it's
Everything's
not.
fine. Yo, chill.
You know what I mean? Rap
baby.
you know we got to get at you niggas. But yeah, I got Chief Keef. You know what I mean? There's some, to me, there's a clear, distinct difference in opinion from Chief Keef from people younger than me and people older than me. You know what I mean? People older than me are like, nah, that's not it. And people younger than me look at him as like one of the icons of this generation.
Yeah, started the way,
So
bro.
I got Chief Keef in that conversation.
I'm not mad at that pick, you know? I was going to ask you something about Chief Keef, but I'll save that for later.
Yes, sir.
Since it raps time, who's your pick?
Yeah, I'm going a little further back in time. NORE.
Wow.
Stands for
Great
Ninjas
Right?
on the
Bloody
Run
money.
Eating.
Fire pick.
Bro, when I tell you,
One of the greatest deliveries of all time.
listen.
For real.
Yeah, because all right. So when we go back to War Report, like the delivery felt a little bit more like, you know what I mean, street and thugged out, and like it felt like Queen slang a lot. You know what I mean? But then when he went into like his solo album and everything beyond that, it was like, yo, bro, what are you even saying? What are you talking about? Hennessy straight with tomato juice?
Yeah.
What is that? What?
Queen Stallion. The
Shout out
Italians.
I'm like a hammer that you hold in your hand. I make hits.
Bars.
Tough.
I'm saying, man, but
But that shit hit, though.
that shit hit, bro. Yo, when I listened to his debut album, that man had Banned from TV on there.
Classic.
You know what I mean, obviously, you know what I
NORE.
mean, he had Pun and all, Jada and Styles and all them
Super Thug,
other
yeah.
guys on there. But Super Thug,
Classic.
Head,
NORE.
NORE,
Body in the Trunk.
Body in the Trunk with
Nigga.
Nas went crazy.
Yeah.
Obviously, he had his singles.
That's a good one, Sin. That's a great
You know what I mean?
fucking
He had Nothing. He had Grimy.
What you trying
You know what I
to
mean?
do?
One of my favorite songs of all time from anybody, excluding nobody. Sometimes off of the Belly soundtrack.
Wow.
Bro, like he
Hidden
had a
gem.
way of making dope, fire songs with like minimal bars.
Don't do it,
whatsoever.
Dini. Don't
No,
do it.
he knows this. The shit with Nori and Styles P. Evening
Oh,
is the time of day.
come through.
Moments.
Come
Yeah.
through,
Okay.
bro. Another one of my favorite
Thank
songs
you
of
for
all
keeping me
time.
alive, Jarvis. Moments.
It took me a second. I was like, yo, what's
I was getting there. Go ahead, Sin.
Yo, listen. Nori has made all-timers, man.
Facts.
All-time songs, all-time hits, honestly.
I still don't know what a monkey walk is, but it sounded great in
With-
Bloody
with-
Money. It sounded great.
with minimal bar
cool
work,
shit.
man. Invincible, the CNN with DJ Premier, bro. Yeah, I could go on and on, man. That man got all-time joints with minimal bar work. Salute
That's
to
a fact.
Nori for pulling that
That's a
off,
fact.
bro.
That's a
Salute to
great fucking
NRE.
pick.
Sheesh.
And you know what? Like, it's something to be said because, you know, if you go back, you'll realize we always talk about like how producers in the late 90s and early aughts show up and they changed the way rap sounded. Nori being one of the first rapping niggas on these Neptunes beats, some of the most
Yes.
unorthodox shit we ever
Talk
heard.
about it.
And he was finding the pocket of them bitches.
Yes.
Think about
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think about when I first heard Grimy. And it's like, what? The fuck is this? And he just found it. Not rapping about shit, but I'm like, I'm locked in, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's
The
a great,
it was like
that's a
rockish
great
almost.
point because
Yeah.
the pocket work was so good that you didn't care about the words.
there you go.
Brought
The beat was
Pharrell to
fire,
the rap
too.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah, with
absolutely,
Super Thug.
100%,
Yup.
100%.
In the
Because
Philippines?
Some people
The
give it to
Neptunes.
Mase.
I'm sorry, the
Yeah, the
Neptunes.
Neptunes. The Neptunes. Some people might give it to me, but it was normal. Super Thug was
because they
crazy.
did Why You Over There Looking at Me, right?
Yeah.
Classic
They-
Neptunes beat.
Yeah.
They said Michael Jackson heard Super Thug and hit up the Neptunes
That's
like I want
crazy.
my next album
to sound like that.
Shouts to Nori, bro.
Because you think about when Super Thug dropped, we never heard nothing like that. We were still
That-
listening to
that was
fucking
new.
Primo and RZA, nigga. What the fuck
Yeah.
is this? You know what I mean?
Fact.
But all right, so
Hell of a pick, Sin.
to tell you the story
Great pick.
behind this whole thing, I was at the crib. MTV Jams was on, and then this video came on, and I was like, you know, I like when this guy raps a lot. I don't know why, because I you won't catch me listening to his albums. I'm not gonna ever argue for him in a debate. When he rap, I'm fucking with it. And it was that G Unit record. I know you don't love me,
Oh,
Wow.
And it's Tony
yeah,
Yayo.
Tony Yayo. Yeah.
When Yayo get on a
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
There's an energy he has. Absolutely.
Yo.
When
Nigga,
Yayo
do
get
you.
on a song, I don't know now one fire Yayo bar. But the voice, the eyes get big as fuck, the energy, the aggression, and he not saying nothing I give a fuck about. But I love Tony Yayo. Like when this nigga get on I remember when the Return of the Body Snatchers mixtape came out.
Yeah,
we was
man.
all working. Yo, that's another shit that I was running in my first car. I ran that tape into the ground.
So
Yayo was the
seductive.
MVP of that tape, and he didn't say shit worth talking about.
Yo.
But every verse he was on in that shit,
So
I was
seductive.
locked in. And of course, he got one of the best G Unit records. So when he got on, shout out to 50. I don't even care about Yayo verse, but it's like Yayo, he could flow his ass off. He could find the pocket, but it's like, bro, you a gangster,
Yeah,
so what?
Susie.
You a gangster from Queens, cool. But I love to listen to this nigga rap. I think if it's not Yayo, the only other nigga that I felt that way about for a while was Jeezy before Jeezy decided to take rap seriously.
Mm-hmm.
But Tony Yayo, I love this guy. If he raps, I'm invested. Shit, it's to the point now when he does interviews, it be an instant
Classics.
click. I could be on the clock. I'm watching that shit. I don't care.
The one with math was great.
You know what I mean? All right.
Yeah.
I love Tony Yayo. I just think, I know he's not that good of a rapper, but to me, like,
Today's agenda.
come on. But you feel that shit. You know what I mean?
Fucks with Yayo.
Tony Yayo is my
Ice
favorite mediocre to borderline whack rapper in the chat. Because y'all always talking about the nice niggas. Everybody got that one nigga that, you know what I mean?
You gotta
I
have
need some
one.
honorable mentions,
Put it
though.
in
Yo.
your chat right now. Who is the mediocre rapper that you fuck with, you swear by, you don't care what nobody say?
I need some honorable mentions.
That's a fact.
Yo, that's Tony Yayo pick. Y'all
That's
speaking
heavy.
my language. I know I was a G-Unit stand
That's
back in
heavy.
the day, man. Like, hella
Bad
thick.
bitch look like Eva Mendez. Like, all right.
Loving
Cool.
the freaky things you
Fat
do.
Joe ain't a gangster. He scared to fly.
Yo, I honorable mention, Favi. Honorable mention. Not the greatest rapper, but I definitely
love
listen to some.
Favi.
I definitely can listen to some Favi. I thought about
Nobody
it, but
love Favi how you love Favi.
but I didn't want to. I didn't want to put him in that box. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind putting Cardi in that box, but I fuck with Favi. And it's
I remember when we was at
There's
40% birthday.
certain
We was
bars.
hype with Favi came in.
I
bro.
fucks with Favi. I said, yo, Favi, what up, my nigga? He said, what's
Yeah.
going on, bro? Lil Dap.
Yeah, I mean, humble dude. Fair.
Salute to him.
You know what I
That's
mean?
the Favi,
But
man.
Masito, it's time for your segment, bro. What we do? Are we young rapping? Are we industry talking? What
we doing?
You know, it's been a while since we did young rap. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-oh.
I'm not gonna lie. The young rap is getting out of control, and today ain't gonna be the day we return. Okay, we giving a voice to the industry today, man.
Yes, sir.
Because this past month, guys, has been insane. This past month has been the drama in rap.
Oh, yeah.
The all time sin on point
Free
once
smoke.
again, man. But one thing, and it's really been all year, if you want to be honest. We spoke about how last year was a little bit lackluster in rap. Us at the Rap Roundtable, we talk about quality when we talk about that, but also as far as the sales, as far as what's going on, and you know how the money is moving. You know what I mean? We do pay attention to that. So 2024, the stimulus has been, you know what I mean? Beef. It's been
cooking.
You know what I mean? It's been problems. It's been drama. It's been diss tracks. Ladies and gentlemen, so far this year, and you know they made that huge deal about no records in rap not doing numbers on the Billboard. We've had Hiss as the #1 record this year. Bigfoot. Nobody even liked Bigfoot. That went 23. You know what I mean? That went 23. Nobody liked it. 7-Minute Drill. It was up for a week, but it was number 6, the highest charting song on, you know, J. Cole's. Well, do we call it an EP? Do we call it a mixtape? The project, right? We don't know.
Toilet paper.
Future and Metro have just released 2 hit albums.
It's out of here.
Wait,
He took it down.
Leave it, bro. Don't follow it. We already killed Cole like 2 segments ago,
Team,
bro.
Team
did.
Dreamville gonna be in your head
I'ma be-
again, man.
Yo,
Word.
back at round 2. What's up, y'all? How y'all feeling
I mean,
out there?
you look like Prophecy after that, though.
Hey,
We said you look like Prophecy. Like
Dean
what you said
Stradamus.
Yo, I didn't lie, bro. I just kept it 100 racks. That's
Look
all
what
I
he did. Look what he
Yeah.
did right after that.
Bowed out. Did a curtsy.
Deanie
Proceed,
spoke his
Mace.
demise spoke his demise up.
Nasty
But
word.
as far as you know, Future and Metro, they got 2 hit albums. The first one I still don't. We Don't Trust You. The first album has officially this week passed 21 Savage's album, the highest selling album of the year, on its way to platinum soon. Drake got another 2 top 10 records out of this. We see what Kendrick is doing.
Cooking.
Setting records. We spoke about Not Like Us for the 5th day, and this doesn't happen. For the 5th day in a row, it has increased in streams.
Wow.
like literally the second biggest streaming day of the year is today, the 5th day as of recording. It might have surpassed it by now. Kendrick
That's crazy.
Between May 3rd and May 6th, Kendrick had over 27 million streams. No album, okay? Like 3 songs, all right? As when I checked, the Universal Music Group stock was up. I said, whoa, man, you see who's eating off this? So we see, guys, the rappers are eating off this. The record labels are eating off of this. The CEOs are eating off of this. So me, Dean, I'm clever. I say, why not the podcast? So we got a new segment, guys. Rap Royal Rumble 2024.
Mate.
We gonna chronicle everything that's happening this year, all right? Because it's a little bit too much going on,
It's
man.
heavy.
If everybody eating, why not us,
Why
man?
not?
You know what I'm saying?
Document.
So we spoke a little bit earlier. Game dropped the fire diss, Freeway's Revenge. Like, if y'all listen, Academics premiered it. It's on streaming services now. Go check it out. Game going crazy. Bars is going crazy. Rick Ross has already responded on IG. You know what I mean? As Rick Ross does. I want to see Rick Ross go on record though, because Game and Rick Ross might bar each other up. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know what I mean?
Mad Max said that Rose don't rap about shit.
Listen, Game don't really rap. All right. I get it. Max. OVO Max. I ease up over, bro. People thought Gunna and Future. Pause, right?
Yeah.
Yikes. But people thought Gunna and Future had a little bit of issues about them both dropping the same day. Future never dropped. But people are speculating. They think that Gunna is saying, fuck that. I want a 21v1. They saying he's sending Drake shots at the new album, bro. You know what I mean? That's what people are speculating. They saying that on Still Prevail, he got a couple bars about buying abs. They like, that's suspicious. Who he talking about? You know what I mean? I don't know.
Gonna work.
Niggas is not gonna rap at a dude who got allegations. Though.
You know what I mean?
Sorry, Gunna. I like you, but
chill out.
They're not gonna spar with you while you have those allegations.
They not. They even said on another record on Collage, they said that he was taking shots about rappers with ghostwriters. They saying that Gunna is the next one to stomp our boy out there. What we gonna do, man?
I'm here for you, Mace. We on deck,
man,
bro.
I don't know.
Pusha T is lurking too.
Listen.
He's indicated that he's about to drop.
I feel like Jav is reading my script right now. Listen, that's not Pusha T's music that we hear. But we did just get a video of him on the Titantron laughing maniacally.
Indeed.
Pusha T released a tweet this week. He said he got so much more new. You know what I mean? It's the anniversary of It's Almost Dry. He said, "Don't worry, it's so much more new. Don't reminisce. It's so much more new." So
that tweet. Okay.
Yeah. Everybody's been speculating Pusha T is the next to jump in the Royal Rumble. I don't think people want that because this guy's a menace. You know what I'm saying? This guy's a menace. Anybody, Drake, Wayne, I don't think nobody. You know what I mean? Somebody hot Birdman. But that's that.
And he's definitely one to kick Drake while he's down.
And now that Kendrick is done,
Pusha T's a scumbag, man.
Pusha has like too much ammo at this point.
Kick you while you're down is better than kicking you while you're up. Pusha T. But that is the Rap Royal Rumble. We are gonna keep track the entire year because you know what I mean. People are releasing whack diss tracks. They're releasing fire diss tracks. But the Rap Roundtable, we got you covered, man.
On deck.
What a segment.
For real.
Yeah.
Cooked.
Rap Royal Rumble. We've debuted a new seg. I love to see it. You know what I mean? It's what the culture needs. It's what the culture's looking for. And why not us?
Why not? That's the question.
Hey,
you in the right spot, y'all.
You know what it is? You know what it is to now be in a position where people are not afraid to say the quiet loud? Because they loved us the whole time, but they were afraid to say it. You know what I mean?
Ain't that something?
We earned it, y'all. We earned y'all love, man.
And of course, we've gotten better as podcasters. We don't do the things we used to do. We've learned from our mistakes.
We studying.
You know what I mean? We don't fight fights we don't need to fight anymore. You know what I mean? Anyway,
growth.
It's time for my favorite segment. the mailbag.
Yes, sir.
We got to go in order from one of the greatest weeks in rap history. From Euphoria all the way through the Rap Star Wars episode, there's a comment or two from each episode. So starting with the Euphoria episode, say the Rap Snob, you catching it straight early.
Of course.
His name is Keith Garrett, 6648. He says, the dude with the gray beard is a big hater, bro. I guess Keith is a Drake fan.
Revel in it, and revel.
Anything you'd like to say, please don't do the thing.
Please don't do what? Oh, that
don't
the
do
thing.
the thing. Yeah, don't do the thing.
Hey, listen. Time has passed and has proven Kendrick to be the winner. That's it.
What was that? What was that Nas bar again?
Sooner or later, you'll all see who the prophet
There
is.
you go. Stay right there, Sam.
Yeah.
I think this is called Cisa Loves 8397. This is why his diss is so vital. K. Dot dissed him. This is not a dance banger. This has nothing to do with music. It's all about bars. Real dissing. The man that told goofball rap, it's not my life. I got a king to raise. Okay. So say it to you.
This
again.
was about Euphoria?
Yes, we still on Euphoria.
Yeah, Euphoria was pivotal. Again, going back to what I said earlier, this was the first time we've ever heard Kendrick full out on a diss record and coming straight at somebody's head. Pause. So yeah, man, like that was the culture. That was the culture speaking through him. He obviously had a lot to get off his chest, and he did not disappoint in the least.
There you go. This one is for me. This is from the 616 LA record. His name is Nephus 3254. He says, Jarv, TGA. I am not entertained. Y'all gassing these two diss tracks from K. Dot. They're not hot disses, and the beats are not good. Nephus, they were good then. I'm entertained now. The whole United States is entertained, except maybe Mason Dini. I don't know.
We're
But
entertained.
stop complaining. Enjoy this shit. You're bugging the fuck out. That's all I gotta say.
Had to check if that was my burner for a second.
Can we talk real quick about the horns on Euphoria and how they sounded like a battle cry?
He was going to war, bro.
Yeah.
He
was ready.
We move on to the greatest Friday night in rap history. Masito, I'm looking at you.
It's the vibes.
He says, and his name is William Husbands, 9521. How's the slaves freed line looking now, Mace?
Listen, it's not looking good. Kendrick flipped him over. I like the free the slaves line, but 87% didn't, okay?
Landslide.
Stay right there, Masito. You're the battle rap guy.
What's up?
Jeremy 3078 says, Kendrick used the same angle A-Verb used against Hitman Holla third round of their URL battle 10 years ago. Is that accurate?
And everybody knows that's a classic angle that he used. One of the greatest battles in the history of battle rap. A-Verb, maybe his best battle ever. Not a bad move.
Okay. Dean the balance, this one is for you. J Mills 7732 says, Deanie and Mace need to go to school and learn a thing or two about Kendrick.
They teach about Kendrick at school?
I guess they do. Maybe that's a part of that Lupe Fiasco MIT thing where they just, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, Lupe wouldn't teach about Kendrick.
Lupe,
we know
you
how
with
Lupe
us.
feel about-
13% game.
We understand what Kendrick's doing, bro. Kendrick is playing a very strategic game to a different kind of level.
Hold on.
That's
Thank
crazy.
you. It was like, where is that? Respectfully, Sincere the Rap Snob, this one is for you as well. A little more slander. Elrod 2470 says, Sin is too biased. I'm not even caring about his opinions. This was on the Rap Star Wars episode. I feel like time has been kind to you. So what do you have to say to him?
I'm not biased. I see the truth sometimes ahead of time. So.
Fuck your shit, Sin.
Prolific.
Send a prophet.
There you go. And last but not least, one of our longtime listeners or viewers in this case, David T. 4337 says, "Thank you, Mase, Jarv, and Dini. Most of the internet has their capes on like saying the bias is out of control. Just say you don't like Drake, but this battle is a lot closer than these internet narratives." David T, you know, I respect the love.
Appreciation.
Appreciate it. But you know what? The reality is the people have spoken. The Coliseum has spoken. Sincere the Rap Snob is their avatar. The thumbs are down. And we can't fight against it.
The body's cold, man.
We can't fight against it. The people have what was his name in Gladiator? Whatever that nigga's name was. Once he puts that thumb down, you dead. The people have voted.
Joaquin
You
Phoenix.
dead. You did. Yeah.
You did.
But anyway,
13% gang.
gotta put that on
Sassy
the
ass
shirt.
motherfucker.
That's funny.
That's another thing. Why would you think that? Why did you think you could get that off in this situation? You did. Like you said it twice. Anyway, you're uptown.
Oh, man, that hurts.
It really upsets me. You're uptown. I'm uptown. We got Walt with us. Didi rolling a spliff.
Good one.
Sincere got the boombox on. He letting the whole block of it. They are not like us. And if you disagree
Yeah.
with that, Sincere the Rap Star needs you too.
Get off my lawn.
Let's work.
You got to roll up that Drizzy pack.
That's one that. Oh, damn it, man.
Listen,
Let me head out.
Damn it. King side
SpongeBob in this
raw
bitch?
papers.
I just stopped smoking last
I'm
week.
sober
actually.
now.
Damn it, son.
Listen, my lawn is very simple, straight to the point. If you're out there thinking this was anything other than an L for Drake, still at this point, you got to get off my lawn, man. You have to get off my lawn, and that includes present company if it applies to them.
Present company. Wow.
I'm sorry.
Shit told us to get
No,
out.
I'm sorry. If it
crib,
applies,
bro.
if the shoe fits,
What's up
love
with
at
you,
the
bro?
crib.
I'm sorry, man. I gotta talk my shit, man. I'll be back to
Leave us
normal
alone,
next
bro.
time.
Like, nah, fuck out of here.
But if
you
you
stuck with this company, nigga.
listen, if you
We dead in Harlem,
just for now.
But also Dipset, you know they rock with Drake.
Listen, we all like
Big Apollo
we all saw what happened. We all bared witness. There's no amount of OVO math that will ever have
OVO math is a
That's
bar.
Drake
crazy.
That is.
That's official.
coming up victorious or even a tie in this situation. There are very prominent figures that are, you know, they've publicly been on the side of Drake for many, many years. You know what I mean? Elliot, 2 T's, shouts to him.
Shout out.
2 T's.
We know he was still trying to get that second Drake interview. It's never happening now. It looks like the boy unfollowed him because he came out and said, you know what I mean? Kendrick looks like he was victorious. The biggest Drizzy stan, Drake stan numero uno.
Yeah.
He's declared Kendrick victorious in this battle. So if anybody's still holding on to the notion that Drake somehow came up ahead or even that he was even,
Teeny.
I don't know. I don't know what y'all seeing. I don't know what y'all talking about. I don't know what y'all drinking or smoking or snorting
Casamigos.
Jesus.
or
and
shooting
good
up.
weed.
I don't know. I don't
Great
know what
weed.
kind of drugs y'all are on, but y'all got to get off it
Crackheads, man.
and come back to
Called us
reality,
Kendrick
man.
and Power, bro.
This goes out to some people out there. Mal is still, you know what I mean.
Maul? Who's Mal?
Maul. Still very decidedly on the side of Drake. Like he's not budging.
Mace.
The
I'm
combo.
saying.
OVO Capo
I mean?
himself.
I don't know if Ish has come around on the Bun podcast, but like
Salute to
he
Ish.
was not looking happy.
Salty.
I'm just saying, man. Yeah, y'all got to see what it is. We all bared witness. Kendrick is king. And if you see it any other way right now, man, you got to get the fuck up off my lawn.
Get off my lawn.
Point blank period. Ain't nothing else to add to that. This has been episode 97 of the Rap Roundtable. We hope you enjoyed it. The road to 100 is in full swing.
Yes, sir.
New York Bias 3 times episode 100. It's going to be an extravaganza. potentially nothing but an illustrious guest for that as well. It's been it's been a monumental year for the Rap Roundtable.
Crazy.
So to have our 5-year anniversary in episode 100 in the same year, crazy.
That's dope.
To
Immaculate.
get the cosigns we've earned, crazy. We didn't have to tag a bunch of niggas to get them cosigns. They found us. We didn't tag them, get blocked, and then call them bought and paid for after the fact. Yeah,
Shout out to New Delhi.
We earned everything we've gotten. We've earned, and we're gonna continue to scratch, claw, and pod our way to the respect that I feel like we deserve as a brand, as a platform. And for the people who are in those positions who had to start the same places we start, to see us, post us on their pages, phantom watchers, phantom retweet when niggas ain't looking, but make sure they got that retweet in. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the people who watch us, who got the views up enough for people to give a fuck. Shout out to y'all.
Shout
Real.
out to
You know what I
y'all,
mean?
man.
The new viewers.
Y'all do
Shout
it.
out to y'all. You know what I mean? Y'all locking in with us. Y'all tell us when we full of shit. Y'all tell us when we good. And we appreciate that because it makes us better podcasters.
That's a
But
fact.
enough of that. I'm going to get off the high horse. If you haven't already, roundtablemerch.com. Get you one of these right here. We're the
Beacon
symbol
of
of all rap
culture.
discussions in 2024 and beyond. D need to balance. Take us home.
Yo, shout out to all the good folks. Shout out to Walt holding us down. You know what I'm saying? Super producer, engineer. You know what I'm saying? The engineer of the motherfucking lifetime.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to all the fucking fans. Day ones, year fives. Hit the like button. Last time we had 1,600, 1,700 niggas in the joint. We need everybody to hit the like button. We trying to grow pause, you know what I'm saying, and move on and move up and get the rest of the world on deck like how y'all on deck. You know what I'm saying? We want to have conversations with y'all. We want to hit the world up. We want the comments. We want the likes. We want the energy. Shout out to Mase though. Voice of the culture, Triple R, Rap Royal Rumble. You heard what's
boy.
going on out here. He's bringing you that energy.
Yes, sir.
You hear the fucking production. Greatest, my favorite producer, Sincere the Rap Snob. You know what I'm saying? If you
Super
ain't get
producer.
yourself a beat, if you a rapper, a real rapper, and you got that holla at that man. Let him get you to that next level.
Follow him, Sincere Beats.
That guy, we got a lot to celebrate with that guy over there. You know what I'm saying? Big moves
yeah,
was
yeah.
made. Shout out to Jarvie. You know what I'm
GOAT.
saying? A lot of things happening, getting
Oh, yeah.
the ball rolling.
That's point
That's
guard
the
in
guy.
game.
Easily.
Facilitation, lobs, orchestration. That's
Take
the
notes.
guy. Me, your mother's favorite. You know what it is.
Chef.
Give you the balance of the force, and with our powers combined.
My
It's
God.
the Rap Roundtable. The Migos is working,
Yes,
yo. We
sir.
out of here. Boom.
And for the right price, I can make your shit hotter. You heard?
Holla. Holla.
Boom.
The heroes and the villain. Although I think Sin is the hero today.
The hero.
You
The
did?
people's champion. Sincere the Rap Snob.